Alexander High School, as the Alexander Spartans are set to take the home stage against the South Point Pointers, coming in from the very down tip of Ohio near Ironton. Isaiah, both teams coming in at a 0-1 record, looking to get that win on the board for both teams tonight. A little hot here this evening up in the booth, but it's going to be a good night for football.
One of those nights that you definitely got to look out for a little cramping, but as long as they can take care of that, I expect a great game. They put on a great show a couple years ago when they started this series. Took a year off, obviously, with no out-of-conference last year, COVID. I'm excited to see the conclusion of it now. Yeah, it's going to be good. We've got a young coach coming in for Alexander this year, Danny Koska. His first season as a head coach. Did some assistant coaching, his earlier career of this whole thing. But he's looking in to get his first win tonight, and what a big win it would be at home for this young Alexander Spartan team. I was going to say, it's young from coaching staff all the way down. A lot of young guys, sophomores and freshmen out there tonight, as we'll call them many times, I'm sure. Yeah, and it's it's one of those kind of seasons where, from the looks of it, the players respect Coach Koska and his staff. A lot of good things, I think, are set to come from Coach Koska. But like I said, young team, mistakes were made last week in a big loss. Last week they went to Eastern Beaver, got beat 28-17, but stayed in the game for the most part all the way up until. But, they started out kind of slow, and defense was able to turn over some balls and, hung in there, but unfortunately just unable to get that win that they were really looking for early. Yeah, it's a tough one, but you could tell the team had all the potential. They had Landon Hornsby in the backfield. As I will say, finally, the kid's been a star on the defensive side of the ball since he was a freshman. So now he's coming in, and I'm glad that he is getting a chance to handle the ball a little bit. He's a hard-nosed runner, and I think he's going to be the difference in a lot of games for Alexander this year. You are correct. He put on some weight in the offseason, really hit the weights hard. Some training this season got him down into the 170 region as a running back. But he runs strong, he runs hard, and he runs front to back. He just goes all the way. Senior leadership on this team, and I think the Spartans will be relying on him tonight, as he had those 8 carries for 60 yards last game. So they'll be looking for the ball to go to Hornsby tonight. Yeah, senior leadership in a place where there's not a whole lot of it. I mean, your starting quarterback, only a sophomore out here for the Spartans. Yeah, sophomore Jordan Schultz coming in. Freshman last year, had a couple snaps under his belt, but not many, as they did have Xander Karagosian last year, transferred out this year to a new school. But Jordan Schultz has the ball under center now, and he's going to be that lead guy. At the game last week, he was 6 of 20, threw for 116 yards passing. But they do have a player in this game that they did not have in the last game, and that's number 10, Logan Jenkins, wide receiver. He is a young player, but he's quick down the field, and if they can find the time to get to him, he'll be a threat down the field. Yeah, I really like the addition of Jenkins coming back. He's one of those guys that you can definitely see in a jet motion type thing. Something that Alexander's really kind of honed in over the last few years is getting somebody quick and on the outside. I think he slots into that position very well, and just a change of pace kind of guy on the outside. Yeah, exactly. And we're here tonight. There is a tribute service here tonight. R.J. Socha, a member of the band, last year was killed tragically in a car accident, and the Alexander High School band will be doing a tribute to him, clarinet player, but he is being tributed tonight, and just looking forward to memorizing him and memorializing him, as he did a great thing, was an organ donor, and saved a lot of people's lives through that accident. So, and also we're memorializing also the Afghanistan veterans and civilians as well that were tragically lost this week. But we'll bring it back here on Wild Country 107.7 to break down the rest of these teams.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block, located in the old Morrison School Building, 507 Richland Avenue. Call 740-589-5403.
Chris's Body Shop, located at 9310 State Route 682 in Athens, has been family-owned and operated for over 30 years. Have an insurance claim? Call Chris's Body Shop at 740-592-1867 or stop by for an estimate. You can save money on your deductible. Save $100 when you mention this ad. From small scratches to complete collision repair, Open 8 to 6 daily. Call them today. Where customers and quality come first. Chris's Body Shop.
My whole business just went up in flames. But my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. That's incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
McFadden Insurance, 740-753-1905, or visit mcfadden-insurance.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to Alexander High School here as the Game of the Week is almost set to take off. We're about 12 minutes and 30 seconds to kick off here, Isaiah. Alexander Marching Spartans take the field as playing the fight song, and maybe some of you can hear in the background. Always good to come back to our alma mater and hear this song.
I've always enjoyed the fight song. Always, it's a little different now where the players can't totally hear it up in their new locker room there in the Arc, but nonetheless, it sets the mood perfectly for a football Friday night.
Sure does. So the Spartans, as we were talking about before the cut there, the break, we were talking about them coming in as a young team. South Point also had their struggles last season, and they struggled pretty greatly their last game against Boyd County, Kentucky, as they took a 49-10 loss. But they come out from what I've read of South Point, they like to run the no huddle. They like to try to take advantage of the speed, and we'll see kind of how they play that tonight.
It seemed like that's something they were really good at doing on Boyd County at the first half last week, taking a lead into halftime, but the halftime adjustments just weren't really there for the team, unfortunately.
Yeah, scored 10 points in the first half, and that's all she wrote for them as well, because they lost 49-10. Boyd County was able to make those adjustments. So it looks like we are going to take a moment of silence for R.J. Socha. So we'll cut it here and bring it back to you as soon as the moment of silence is ended. And we'll bring it back here on Wild Country 107.7.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the opening of Athens Automotive Keys at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication, and in-house or business locksmith work. And the best part, you can call after hours for emergencies. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon until 5:30 p.m. at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
At Atomic Credit Union, choose how you check. $5 opens your account, and you get your debit card the same day. Online and mobile banking gives you access to your account 24/7 with features like card activation and deactivation, remote deposit capture, pay another member, and bill pay. Visit us at 920 East State Street in Athens or online at atomiccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
You got your go-tos, your standbys, even your favorites. But the beefy, cheesy burgers at McDonald's take you back to where it all began. Your Bite Zero, when you first tasted what a burger should be like. 2 perfectly seasoned beef patties stacked with a single slice of melty cheese on a golden bun. Now at McDonald's, get 2 McDouble burgers for $3. Whatever it is to you, classics are classics for a reason. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block, located in the old Morrison School Building, 507 Richland Avenue. Call 740-589-5403.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Count on Andrew Vogt, Dan Gates, Kendra Cremines, Melissa Esdale, and Dirk Schroeder. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to Alexander High School as the band did a great tribute there. Alma mater, the Alexander Marching Spartans, rocking it out at half field here. And Isaiah, I know everybody's excited to get this game going, but, through all this excitement, I forgot to mention who's making this game possible, and that is our sponsors.
Can't be here without them.
We'll go through that. Athens Insurance Services, H&R Block, your local McDonald's, First National Bank, J&K Contracting, Holzer Health Systems, Atomic Credit Union, Tri-County Adult Career Center, Athens Automotive Keys, Frog Ranch, McFadden Insurance, and Little Italy Pizza. We appreciate all of our game sponsors this evening as they make this game possible for us to bring it to you and have a good time here tonight.
Absolutely. Without them, I wouldn't be doing the thing I love. So
it's a fun night. So here in the heat here, Alexander, we were just talking on the break too. Alexander has some new uniforms, donating some new uniforms this year, and they are all black and all white. No red to be found on the jerseys this year. Take it or leave it. It's a new era and a new look for the Alexander Spartans.
The one thing I'm happy about, the return of the white helmets. The white helmets have been gone for a little while. I'm glad that they are back, even though they are blank, no lettering of any kind on them. Maybe they'll work on that, but either way, it's a pretty clean look. Be excited to see it out running around on the field. We
got the football stickers for good plays, and as the season goes on, they'll earn more of those, it looks like. As we were mentioning, South Point, they come in as a, if you want to kind of talk about a Wellston-looking football team with navy blue and gold, white trim on there. They have white jerseys with the navy helmets, gold stripe. Sharp look.
Yeah, I'm excited for everybody this evening.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game here this evening. And as we were talking about Alexander coming in, 0-1 so far this season, tough loss, 28-17. They started 8 of 11 sophomores this year, just in the last game. So, young team, makes it hard to compete against some of these teams that are senior heavy.
Exactly, and they're honestly probably adding another one with the return of Logan Jenkins, only being a sophomore, but he's going to be making plays out there, as we mentioned. So just adding more youth to this team, which is all right. This is a season kind of about having youth, rebuilding, figure things out out here.
Exactly, figuring it out, and that's as we go throughout this season, Alexander has enough learning opportunities. Penalties killed him last game, hopefully making less of those.
Mm-hmm.
Cramping, hopefully not going to be a big issue tonight, but it is a really muggy night, and expect those first 2 or 3 games of the season to really give the players cramps. Usually okay after that, but another thing that we're looking at the disadvantage for the Spartans is they do have some players out for COVID-19 protocol. It looks like I think they told me that Gage Vincent, the senior, is out this year, or for this game. But it is national anthem time, so that means we're going to cut it to our sponsor break here on Wild Country 107.7.
Frog Ranch All Natural Salsa has been making wholesome, high-quality, great-tasting, all-natural salsa for 27 years. You can find Frog Ranch All Natural Salsa at your favorite local grocery or convenience store or at frogranch.com. Try all 4 delicious flavors, mild, medium, hot, and chipotle. Frog Ranch All Natural Salsa. And as their moral says, don't quit until the miracle happens.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block, located in the old Morrison School Building, 507 Richland Avenue. Call 740-589-5403. Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured, and offers free estimates. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Is pain from an injury interrupting your life's game plan? With comprehensive and minimally invasive surgical services available at multiple locations and an affiliation with Marshall Orthopedics, Holzer has the team to keep you off the sideline. With Holzer on your team, you'll be in the game for the moments that matter most. Holzer Health System. Excellent care every time.
When it comes to high school sports, the place to be before or after the big game is Little Italy Pizza. Visit their 3 locations, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Strangesville. The dough at Little Italy is made fresh daily with 3 crusts to choose from, thin, hand-tossed, and pan, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Or try one of their specialty pizzas. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Strangesville. Little Italy Pizza. Locally owned and operated.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to the H&R Block pregame show here on Wild Country 107.7. National Anthem just got done being played. Good job by the Alexander Marching Spartans as we hit in here at about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left until kickoff is set to take here. It's going to be a hot one tonight, and we run through both these teams. What do you expect to take away? How does Alexander come out tonight? What do you think they start with?
I think Alexander's got to come out with a strong defense. Obviously, they were in a bit of a back-and-forth battle last week, but the defense stood tall when it needed to. And obviously, looking at the fact that, maybe South Point doesn't make the best halftime adjustments, if you can keep a strong defense that whole game, I think you're going to set yourself up for a pretty good end of the night.
Yeah.
But as well, I just want to see Jordan Schultz get in a rhythm.
That's the key here, and I think for the sophomore quarterback, getting in that rhythm is going to be a key tonight. As the Spartans, they did throw the ball. From what I look at, he was 6 of 20, so 20 throws, not that bad. I looked at Nelsonville stats last week. They more run game, that was their game, but I'm glad to see the Spartans throwing the ball down the field, and they do have the run game with Landon Hornsby and Landon Aldhouse in the backfield, just keeping possession there, but being able to open it up really will make some holes for those guys.
And they have the ability to with Michael Lash on the outside. We're talking about Logan Jenkins being out there. Jagger Kane's one of those guys that can go out split, or he can be a power runner on the inside as well. So they've got a lot of weapons. It's going to come down to that line. I mean, there's a lot of young guys out there. They lost Gage Vincent, their senior centerpiece, but I think that they're going to be able to come together, and this is going to be a good game. Yeah, I really think it will be as well. This is going to be a Spartans test here. Both teams, like I said, not coming off the best season last year. Spartans 2-6, South Point Pointers 1-8, but they are getting ready to take the field here. And first home opener for the Spartans. Haven't said that in a while. It's going to be a rowdy crowd tonight. I can already feel it. I enjoy it. The student section, I do believe, has got neon on this evening, so they are ready to go for the home opener. And the boys are standing in the tunnel waiting for that fog to get nice and billowy.
Got the fog hitting the tunnel, and Spartans are set here to do battle tonight with South Point Pointers. As the Spartans take the field here, it's going to be a good night of football here, and they will take this. We'll be back with opening kickoff here as the Spartans are set to receive here on Wild Country 107.7.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured, and offers free estimates. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. They're kicking off a new year at Tri-County Career Center, where students choose what they want to learn, earn industry credentials, make connections, and build better communities for everyone. On top of the 23 high school programs are many in-demand adult programs such as medical assisting and welding to help you level up your career no matter when you graduated. Get started today by calling 800-637-6508 or checking on the web at tricountyhightech.com. Tri-County Career Center wishes both teams good luck in tonight's game.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
We're back here, Friday Night Football. Alexander High School Spartans taking the field, set to receive this kick against the South Point Pointers. And looks like that Spartans will be going right to left on your radio dial here from up in the booth. And really getting set here. I think they've got all 11 men on the field. It looks like it's going to be number 10, Logan Jenkins, and I believe number 20, Landon Aldhouse in the backfield to return for the Spartans.
leaving the middle a little bit open, trying to see what the South Point Pointers have got for a kicking game here.
And kicking off is going to be number 32. That's going to be Mason Casey, senior kicker for South Point.
Senior kicker. I'm going to say that he's probably got a boot. He'll be able to exploit this gap. We'll see if that's something that comes into play later in the game.
Size advantage definitely looks like it goes to the Pointers. They got some pretty big guys out there. And the squib kick down the field. It's going to be picked up by Jenkins as he takes it left-hand side, trying to find room upfield. And he spins one move and is tackled, taken down by number 21, Blaine Freeman. Spartans will take over possession at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, good start there. He was able to make a little move and get up a little further. We're about the 36.
So getting ready to see what number 1, Jordan Schultz, has in store behind center for the Spartan offense and see what they come out with as they huddle up here, waiting to play.
His new center appears to be number 69, Jackson Jordan, a sophomore as well.
Okay, sophomore. Young team for the Spartans, like we said. 2 men out each side as the Spartans line up.
Trips backfield.
Yeah, trips backfield. That's an interesting formation. And the handoff goes to number 45, Landon Hornsby. He's wrapped up by 3 Pointers and led by number 72. That's Maurice Mo Long, as they call him.
Yeah, Long was able to just split that right side of the defense. He was standing there as soon as Hornsby came line. Hornsby
took the loss of yards there on that as Long just got right through the big. And he is a big boy. He eats tailbacks for breakfast. It looks like it's what I'm seeing of Mo Long out there.
Yeah, 4-3 for the Pointers, and their 2 in the middle are big boys.
Same formation for the Spartans. Trips back set. This time it's going to go to number 10, and that's Logan Jenkins. Tries to get to the outside. Gets back just past the original line of scrimmage as they maybe pick up 3-4 yards on that, and it will be 3rd down and 9.
Looks like Jenkins, Hornsby, and Ashcraft are running that Trips backfield, and they've got all sorts of options out of it.
They sure do. So it's similar to what you would see out of the Trimble Tomcats. Running that wishbone formation usually is what they run, but it's a Trips backfield, kind of a split set with one guy right behind the QB. So it's certainly a new look for the Spartans, as I've not seen this formation in any years past. So Coach Koski's got these guys running different formation. Now running looks like a power I here, I formation out of the backfield will be Schultz looking to throw. He's got a man open and just overthrew the receiver, his intended receiver, Logan Jenkins, and he's back for his first game of the season, but that's going to be 4th down and 9, and that's going to leave a punting situation here for the Spartans as it is on the 37-yard line.
It was a tough start there. It's hard to go backwards on the first play, but you saw positives there. Jenkins had plenty of time in the pocket, or not Jenkins, Schultz had plenty of time in the pocket on that throw. He made reads all the way to the outside where Jenkins was.
So back to kick for the Spartans. Looks like Parker Boland, number 12. And receiving is number 7, Malik Pegram. And the ball goes out of bounds. Let's see where they're going to mark the spot here.
They're going to mark it too far up. That ball was inbounds when it hit right on the edge.
It sure looked like it, yeah, but it looks like they're going to give it to them at the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line, and the Spartans will take over here now on defense, see what they can do to try to stop the South Point Pointers as they get a 3-and-out off their first drive.
I expect the defense to stand up tall the way they did. Linebacking core is going to be the big thing here for the Spartans, led by Landon Hornsby on that side. You should have other guys like Landon Althouse and Connor Moore playing big roles as well.
Jordan Schultz played good on both sides of the ball last week as well. He had 10 tackles for the Spartans. Sophomore quarterback coming in as a linebacker as well. And it looks like the quarterback running shotgun formation here is number 7. That's going to be, get the name there, Malik Pegram. Hands it off. And that's going to go to number 41, JT Morrison, as he picks up a good chunk of yardage. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 1, as it was a 9-yard gain there.
Yeah, hole just kind of opened up on the right side as they've got those 2 big guys you talked about on defense now on the line.
Quarterback, I did get that wrong. It's number 1, Jordan Ermilovich is the quarterback for the Pointers. Shotgun formation again. Fake handoff, quick pass, knocked down. Good defense there as number 42, Isaac Waller, able to knock down that pass.
A freshman out there is Waller, but he did a great job of getting in front of that slant, saw it all the way through.
Stayed with his receiver and knocked the ball down. Good defense there from the Spartans. 3rd and short now, as the Pointers have it on the 44-yard line. 3rd and a short 1 here. Shotgun formation again. Single running back in the backfield. Handoff to him, and he hops over a guy. It's going to be a first down as he gets rolled, and they're going to knock him down there. It looks like about the 48-yard line. And that's number 21, Blaine Freeman. And he was their big star of the game last week as he picked up a 64-yard rushing touchdown. So you can't let him get on the outside because he gets that breakaway speed. Looks like he's got second gear.
Yeah, Freeman, it was a big hole there as he crossed the line coming across the formation all the way. But the linebacking core, as I said, did a great job of closing down.
1st and 10 from the 48 for the Pointers. Shotgun set here. 2 receivers out to the left, 1 on the right. And it is a handoff going around number 29 as he's tripped up but keeps going on his feet still. Big gain there as he picks up 19. Big yardage there.
I believe that was
number 29. That's Gage Chapman, sophomore wide receiver, come around kind of on an end-around motion play and had the Spartans standing still. That's going to be a timeout for Alexander. We'll take one with him here and bring it back on Wild Country 107.7.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the opening of Athens Automotive Keys at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication, and in-house or business locksmith work. And the best part, you can call after hours for emergencies. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon until 5:30 p.m. at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
Our area is a great place to live. It's a great place to raise a family. One of our basic purposes is to serve the financial needs of this area. The money we lend is used to send kids to college, finance new businesses which create new jobs, and much, much more. We're an equal housing lender. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
1st and 10 handoff was Emer Lovovich, and that's going to go to Blaine Freeman for a short gain, 2nd and 9 off the handoff.
Yeah, just a 1-yard little run there as number 78, Braden Tuttle, was able to split the line and get down on his ankles.
So this Pointer offense, they like to run and they don't like to huddle up very often, so it's going to be an adjustment for the Spartans to stay on defense, stay on their toes. Pointer setting the shotgun. Snap is up. Quarterback option here as he pitches back. Number 41 now, he's got room upfield on the right-hand side. Gets knocked out of bounds by number 42, Isaac Waller. That's going to be J.T. Morrison running on the outside. Good option play.
We do have a flag. That was a great option. Great read by our Malovich there until, like I said, flag on the play.
So it looks like there's a reason that it ran so well, is that there's holding on the offense. So good penalty there for the Spartans to pick up there, trying to stop this Pointer offense, as it was pretty easily running through some good holes out there on the Spartan defense.
Yeah, they were able to read. They took almost 2 reads on that option. The first guy had Ermelovich. He kind of decided to hold it, but then as the second guy kind of came up, he saw the pitch still there.
So good look out there. Quarterback for this team. He's only listed as a junior as they run that shotgun formation again. Same set as he looks for a man off to the left and right. Going to be, he looked to throw, but gets struck down in the backfield. Oh, my, sack. Number 24, that's going to be Sam Ohms for the Spartans. Picking up the quarterback for the big loss in the backfield. Brings up 3rd down. A long way to go.
Big thing there to start was Connor Moore as he came flying through the middle. He was right in Ermelovich's face and flushed him out.
Good defense all the way there by the Spartans as they were able to stay on the receivers. Gave Ermelovich no room to throw the ball and had to run around. Finally, Sam Ohms was able to catch up to him. So back on the 50-yard line, 3rd and long. They'll need to get to the 23-yard line of the Spartans to make a first down. Quarterback goes back for a long pass here. Gets hit as he throws and almost picked off. Jordan Schultz was there.
Great.
Just missed it. 4th down, though. Good stop there by the Spartans.
It was a phenomenal late blitz by what looks like Isaac Waller. He won't turn towards me enough for me to see the number. But yes, Isaac Waller, a great late blitz. He saw the breakdown and just laid it into Ermelovich.
And Isaac Waller, maybe need we say, he's a freshman.
He's going to be one of those freshmen in the area that you see making plays all over the place for the next 4 years.
Making the plays on defense so far. And it will be a punting formation now as kick is up. It's going to be a low lining kick recovered by Aldhouse. He takes it up the left-hand side. Good block there. He's got room up the field. Keeps hold of it. Gets it all the way back up. Just past the 40-yard line of the Spartans.
We are going to have a flag towards the middle. Probably going to look at a holding.
It is in that vicinity where it could be a hold by the Spartans, but officials are conversing now. Let's see what's going on here. It looks like it is going to go against the Spartans' chop block. Low hit there. So we'll bring the Spartans back, but nonetheless, they do have the ball and made a good stop on defense.
Yeah, great stop on defense as they needed. They let that first down up, but the penalty helped kind of shift the momentum, and they were able to put some pressure on Ermelovich there.
7 minutes, 39 seconds to go in the first quarter here. Spartans and Pointers are tied 0-0. Spartans will take over on offense and try to get something going here as it just wasn't working in the first series of the game. Tried to run some power ball, but the big men up front for the South Point Pointers, they are big, and they get through those holes pretty easily.
Yeah, they don't list heights and weights on the roster that we have, but I would say none of these boys are under 280.
Yeah, they almost look, D2 college style guys. They're really big up front on that defensive line. Schultz goes back to pass, and he tries to find an open receiver, getting pulled on, and he just gets collapsed and brought down in the backfield. A couple Pointers on the tackle there. Looks like number 25, Austin Hunt, and Maurice Mo Long in on the tackle as well.
He was able to go ahead and make it back to the line of scrimmage, though. You thought he could have had a couple extra yards, but he was really trying to get that ball downfield.
Yeah.
Just couldn't quite do it.
Yeah, he definitely kept his eyes downfield the whole time, which is what you want to do. But, as a young quarterback, trying to figure out that perfect time to tuck and run, that takes time and skill to learn that ability. And really, they wanted to throw downfield. I think they had the receiver, just didn't have enough blockers to keep him in safe for long enough. Brings up 2nd and 10. Alexander here pitches low, and Schultz is going to have to jump on that as it was trying to go to Landon Hornsby, but he pitched it to his feet there, and that's going to be a big loss of about 5 yards. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 16 to go for the Alexander Spartans.
Yeah, that's one of those big things in what I have finally remembered as a cross-buck formation that the Spartans are out there running now. Pitches to that outside. Whenever you really want to get to the outside, it's a pitch. And for a young quarterback, that's something that's very hard to learn that timing.
Sure. So let's hope that doesn't happen again here for the Spartans, as it is a long 3rd down situation. And Schultz coming in under center again here as they bring in the I formation again. Hornsby, the backfield man. And Schultz going to throw here. Gets knocked in the air. Is a flag on the play. Falls incomplete, thank goodness. As number 20, that was going to be, I missed the number there, maybe just 29. I do apologize. Gage Chapman was there almost for the pick.
Yeah, couldn't quite see who tipped the ball at the line, but it's going to be a hold ultimately on the Spartans as they were trying to stop those two big guys in the middle out there. We got number 78, Dante Harris, and number 72, Maurice Mo Long.
And that whoever is blocking for the Spartans is going to have their work cut out for them this evening, as they are two big middle inside guys, and that's a lot of weight to be pushing in on you all game long, especially in this heat. So it will bring the Spartans back 4th down, and they're going to decline the penalty, but that still leaves the Spartans at the 21-yard line and set to punt here, 4th and 15. Just unable to get the offense moving so far in this first quarter. So Parker Bolin, I do apologize. Parker Bolin back to punt for the Spartans. And he does get the kick off. It's going to come close to us over here, out of bounds. It looked like it may have went around the 40-yard line of the Spartans.
Yeah, they're going to start walking that up a good deal, I bet.
So they're going to give that. That's a better field position than I thought we were going to get out of that.
Hold on.
Oh, wait.
He's got to walk it.
He's walking.
He's got to walk it.
I thought he was going back. So it is at the 40-yard line. Okay, I was going to say that looked
not too
if
bad.
They were going to put it to 50, I was like, okay, we'll take it. But it is coming back. It is at the Spartans' 40-yard line as the South Point Pointers will take over here on offense. See if the Spartans' defense can keep this momentum going that they had and make some big stops here on South Point.
Parker Bolin is a senior, but he's not one that's been out here very long. Not sure when he really started picking up that football. So you're going to expect some hiccups like that here in the early season, but he'll get it figured out.
It's not always easy coming in, even if you're, a couple years in football. So much skill it takes to learn and go as the handoff goes in, and that goes to number 5. That's Maddox McAllister, senior running back for the Pointers, as he picks up about 5 yards as well. And that bring down second down. And I think they're going to give second down and 6 as a 4-yard gain. I do apologize. So it's on the Alexander Spartans 36-yard line.
Yeah,
Pointers. Go ahead.
Pointers really enjoy running this kind of H-back set with Gage Chapman. He's setting up in a very open stance to the line here.
Wide receiver motion, handoff. It goes to number 7, and his helmet comes off. That's going to be a penalty on the Spartans right off as number 69 rips the helmet off, and that's going to be Jackson Jordan.
And then I think they're going to get him again as he did top helmet back to the player.
So just penalties that we talked about earlier in the pregame that killed the Spartans last game on that 28-17 loss are starting in that motion again, and that's just, young players, and they get upset. Unfortunately, you see it in football. An unsportsmanlike conduct penalty is probably going to add another 15 onto that. So what was already a big penalty is going to add into another really, really big penalty.
Yeah, considering one of them is dead ball, they are going to add them both together. It's going to be a nice big gain here. And I do believe that it is the college rules. That is his first unsportsmanlike, another one he has done for the day.
And he's done for the game. So, and I like that rule, actually, Isaiah. That's teaching the kids that you can't keep making mistakes. Otherwise, it's going to come back to bite you. And, you never want to see, it happens. Everybody's lost their head and they're cool every now and then, but, you certainly don't want to hurt your team, and, it's not a personal here. This is a team game. So face mask is the first penalty, and they will assess that 15-yarder. And then dead ball, it's going to be a personal foul on sportsmanlike conduct.
Oh, they're putting the unsportsmanlike on the Pointers. I take that back.
So that's a good thing for the Spartans. I mean, if you're gonna take it out, the ball will stay exactly where it's at. Currently, it looks like, unless they're going to mark the spot here at a different 2 15-yard penalties.
Nope, they just had to walk it back and forth, be official.
So the official spot is the exact same spot it was when the player was tackled at 5 minutes and 6 seconds in the first quarter, still to play, and that's going to bring up still second down here. But it was a loss on the play. So that last play where it was 2nd and 6, player got tackled about 3 yards back, so it's going to bring it back. Looks like the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd down or 10 again. Confusion there. We got it.
Hey, it's a home opener for this crew as well, I'm sure. They've got some things to work out.
So shotgun formation looks to be an option, but he kept it himself. So it's Ermolovich is going to be tackled, 3rd down, and he picked up maybe about a yard into that. So they're going to get 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, defensive end on that side looked like it was, I do believe, Sam Ohms. He did a great job stepping up into that gap, making Ermolovich think that he had to pitch it. Ultimately, he did not have to.
Ohms came up big in the last drive with the big sack. Already picking up a good defensive game here, early in this game. Needing to step up big. Shotgun formation, and somebody jumped early. Looks like the Spartans may have jumped off, but I think they're going to call it false start.
I'm not sure. I always love where the officials see the obvious penalty. One of them throws a flag, and then everybody throws a flag.
Yeah. Obvious penalty. 2 players got knocked down, stay in their position. but it will be a false start. So third down and a little extra yardage here. It only helps the Spartans out, as both teams early here have had quite a few penalties. Luckily for the Spartans, it's coming on offense for the Pointers, so that's a big thing, as they are needing to get a big stop again here.
Big thing, though, is the defense have been on the field for a long time now.
So there's another flag here, Isaiah, and we'll see where we're at here.
Sideline warning on the Spartans.
So sideline warning on the Spartans here as the coach was out on the field. And back up here before he's getting the coaches back.
It doesn't appear that we have a designated get-back coach, as the Spartans often do. So hopefully it's not something that reoccurs throughout the season.
Young coaching staff, no one wants to get back,
I can't blame him. I can't blame him.
Third down and 14 on the 44-yard line. Pointers have it here. Shotgun formation. And just missed there. It will be incomplete, as he was trying to find his receiver. That looks like number 13. That's Alex Lambert, tight end, senior this year for the Pointers. And that's going to bring up fourth down. And I don't know, do they go for it here? Do they punt it, try to make the Spartans go deep in their own end zone?
I think you got to put the Spartans deep. It was an interesting play by Armelovich there, as he was trying to get out of the way of the rusher that was coming, but his protection was about to step up and take it full bore there as JT Morrison was ready. Ended up running into Morrison, making a bad pass.
Yeah.
He's a junior out there, and not sure how long he's been quarterback, of course, as we don't know a lot about the Pointers.
Good kick as it recovered here. That's Landon Aldhouse taking it up the left-hand side, trying to find room, gets tackled on the sideline as he gets up to the 31-yard line.
They're setting up that return left there pretty well, as the Pointers do flow to the ball nicely, but there are plenty of blockers there. Gives them just enough room to start making a few moves. Eventually, he will bust one. You can see it.
Punter is for the Pointers there, Braden Henshaw. He is a freshman this year. A good kick from the freshman. That was had a good hang time on it, and I didn't see anything wrong with trying to pin the Spartans back there. Good run by Aldhouse to get him back out past the 30.
I always love when two positions or two guys on the same position are the same number. We've got a 12 and 12.
12 and 12 punting competition here. Schultz goes back under center, handoff to Landon Hornsby as he gets brought down and gets past just past a yard. And it will be number 21, Blaine Freeman, taking him down.
Yeah, Hornsby did a great job of following his blocker right off of the left tackle's hip there. Could have probably bounced outside to avoid the tackle, but nonetheless, you got to make forward progress.
You got to make forward progress. That's exactly right, Isaiah. And you said it there, picking up even 1 yard can kind of start gaining some momentum here. Trying to find those holes, keep chipping away, and keep trying to get through this big defensive line here, as it is a task, as those boys are big. Schultz back under center again, handoff again here, back up the middle, and it looks like that will be number 45, Hornsby, again on the carry as he picks up another yard. Third down and 8.
They ran it right up that same gap, just with a little bit of a different handoff motion. Ultimately didn't get, a lot of anywhere, but you could see where those holes are starting to open up as he cuts back middle, because those big guys, once they move outside, they're not making it back.
Yeah, they can't make it inside, and that's where, as a running back, trying to get that hole and just get into the secondary is your primary goal here. And like I said, keep chipping away, and I think you may have a good run here. But Jordan Schultz steps back under center, throw is up, and it tries to go to Jenkins, and knocked away by number 5. That's going to be Maddox McAllister, as Logan Jenkins was the intended receiver. Brings up fourth down and 8.
I really like that out of the Spartans, though. Great protection up front. Schultz had plenty of time to throw that ball straight to Jenkins. It was just a great play by McAllister.
Yeah. 2 minutes, 25 seconds left. Spartans line up to punt, as it will be Parker Boland back to kick for the Spartans. This kick is huge. Oh, my goodness, Isaiah. Kick goes over the head and takes a Spartan bounce.
A beautiful one.
Oh, my. Back to the 12-yard line. What a kick.
We told you that he would find it out eventually. Josiah Yazdani, great Alexander kicker out there celebrating with him. He is that kicking coach that they've got now, so you can expect that they will figure it out.
What a kicking coach to have.
Isaiah
Yazdani, man. I tell you what, Josiah, played for OU, good kicker for OU, and lucky to have him back as a good special teams coach for the Spartans. And if the Spartans special teams isn't listening to what he has to say, that's just unfortunate because he really has had his good career with kicking.
Now that defense is back out there. You do have Jackson Jordan back out there. Hopefully keeps a little cooler head this time as the Spartans have got him pinned deep. This is where that defense that was in that back and forth game last week needs to step up.
So pin him back, and that's going to go back. Are they marking the ball? It looks like...
I didn't realize it went that far.
They are marking the ball at the 6-yard line.
Did we miss something?
It looked like it went out at the 12-yard line, but I'm telling you, Isaiah...
Maybe we can't do math. Penalty.
They have
the
penalty.
distance.
Okay.
Okay, we missed that part.
Jimmy Wallace, new PA announcer for Alexander. We were able to hear him give us the update there. So taking over on the 6-yard line, 1st and 10. Pointers have it at their own 6. Handoff is up and trying to find a hole. Looks like he picks up maybe 6 yards on the carry, as that's number 21, Blaine Freeman. He's a sophomore for the Pointers. And Schultz in on the tackle as we reach under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. It is going to be 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, the Spartans overloaded the field side with a nice blitz by Landon Hornsby, forced that ball back inside where Schultz was waiting.
Schultz and Hornsby, those two inside linebackers there, running in, trying to fill up those gaps. As it handoff again, and maybe picks up another yard. That's going to be, again, Blaine Freeman. 3rd down. And that's going to bring down 3rd down and I think 4.
That's a great job by nose guard Braden Tuttle out there as he was able to split his guy real easily, stood right in the middle of Freeman, forced him to bounce it back outside.
Hot night here at Alexander Stadium. Still 0-0, nothing doing as it's been a quarter, pretty much just chess match here back and forth so far. Little penalty here, penalty there, and nothing doing. Shotgun formation, couple Spartans jump, but nothing. And then we finally get a flag coming in, and it's going to be encroachment.
Oh, really?
They're going
to. Spartans were able to get all back before that flag was thrown. Then I started seeing pointers start pointing.
Yeah.
So that's what I thought they were throwing it on.
Yeah, nothing was called. I think the Pointers may have gotten one there that they wanted. So that's going to bring up a 1st down, as it was 3rd down and 3. So, unfortunately for the Alexander Spartans, kind of shot themselves in the foot there and get an offside penalty trying to jump. Pointers have it 1st and 10. Shotgun formation, handoff, and he gets tripped up. Maybe gets back to maybe 2 yards, it looks like. 1 to 2 yard carry. And that's going to be Freeman again. Oh, Maddox McAllister, I do apologize. A senior running back.
And that was another one. Schultz getting the tackle, but Braden Tuttle right in the middle there. He blew back number 78, Dante Harris there for the Pointers and was just, again, in the way, forcing the running back to go a different way than he wanted.
Getting the slowdown, and it is 5 seconds left. I'll see if the Pointers go and try to run a play or if they'll just let this clock run out. Man in motion.
Just barely gets it off.
The play off. Pass to the outside, overthrows his receiver. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 0-0 tie here at Alexander High School. Spartans and the Pointers, as we will go ahead and end the first quarter here on Wild Country 107.7.
Other than your house, what's the most expensive purchase you'll make? It's your car, and you want it to look good. That's where Chris's Body Shop comes in. Every so often, your expensive purchase ends up with a ding or a scratch or a crunch. That's when Chris's Body Shop does their magic, making your expensive purchase look as good as new. Chris's Body Shop at 9310 State Route 682 in Athens. Family owned for over 30 years. Call Chris's Body Shop at 740-592-1867 for an estimate. And they take care of insurance claims, too, where customers and quality come first. Chris's Body Shop.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Count on Andrew Vogt, Dan Gates, Kendra Cummings, Melissa Esdale, and Dirk Schroeder. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back to Alexander High School here, and it is the end of the first quarter. We're getting ready to start the second here. 12 minutes have been put back on the clock. Spartans 0 and Pointers 0, as it's been a first quarter of penalties and run game and kind of a defensive matchup between the two teams. Both teams really haven't been able to get anything going, Isaiah.
Yeah, it hasn't been a whole lot there, but ultimately the Spartans have held them to 0 points, but the Pointers have done the same.
Exactly. So the Pointers were set to take the field here as we switch sides. 3rd and 8.
We have Ermailovich in the shotgun, as he has been all game, with somebody flanking him to his right. Looks to pass far left. Oh, in and out of the hands there of number 21, Brody Montgomery, as that ball was laid in there for him. It was going to be a pick 6.
I mean, hit him right in the chest, and nobody there as the receiver, and that was number 7, Malik Peekram, fell to the ground. It would have been an easy pick 6 there, Isaiah, as he had 20 yards to the end zone.
Yeah, Ermailovich, trying to throw that out route early, obviously, but almost looked like he was going to throw it too early because that wasn't anywhere near where his receiver even ended up falling.
Braden Hanshaw back to take the kick for him.
Nice kick down there, just about to the 49-yard line, as looked like it was going to go out of bounds, but ended up taking a bit of a South Point roll and staying on the inside.
So Spartans taking over here. They're going to be taking over on their own half the field, which is I don't think they made their own half of the field in the first quarter. So good field position starting out for the Spartans, and I'm anxious to see if they can get this drive going, past these big linemen of the South Point Pointers.
Exactly. Now that they've got a little extra space, you like to see it. You would hope that maybe they start working on putting Schultz in a bit of a rhythm. The pass protection so far today has been pretty good, where that run blocking has just not been able to really move those big guys out of the way yet.
Yeah, and that's just, I think, size. I mean, that's the Spartans are young, and really trying to push through those big defensive linemen is going to be a challenge for the rest of this game.
Schultz under center, as he's got a power eye with Landon Hornsby all the way in the backfield. Turns, fakes, looks deep. He was going for on the outside, looks like number 20, Landon Allhouse, excuse me.
So Allhouse had a guy with him the entire way through.
There's a flag on the play.
It's a flag in the vicinity of holding.
Maybe that's why the pass defense has been pretty good so far.
That could be.
Pass protection.
A little bit of extra jersey. And I don't see why not. These guys they're going against are huge. You got to try to do something to stop them.
As the Spartans look to regroup here, Schultz comes into the huddle with the play. I liked that style of slowing it down a little bit and getting the full play to your young quarterback. Koska is bringing him all the way over, having him come all the way back to the huddle. So I think it's a good way for everybody to be on the right page communicating, and hopefully it can, translate here.
So what was in the vicinity of holding? Actually, was a 15-yard penalty. I'm guessing
hands to the face, possibly.
Hands to the face, got to be.
Schultz gives it to Hornsby now on that power eye, and Hornsby powers forward. Before forward progress was stopped, looks like he got about a 2-yard gain there, and then he was driven back pretty hard by many, many South Point Pointers.
Hornsby tried to keep those feet moving, but had 2-3 guys on the other end trying to stop him from that. Still second down. Looks like they're calling third down now. Or 2nd and 26. They haven't changed the clock yet.
Now, what I'm interested about in bringing Schultz over, and maybe the referees just haven't noticed it yet, but he is stepping off the field every time he does that.
Yeah, and that's got to wear a quarterback down. Coming in and out.
He's not just coming to the numbers being met by Koska or anything. He's coming all the way off the field, standing right next to him. And it's an interesting way to do it, but nonetheless, whatever works for you. Trips out to the field side. You've got Schultz looking that way, makes a pass to Jenkins. He cuts it up the middle of the field, and the speedster is gone.
My goodness.
Number 10, Logan Jenkins, just on a little post route, was able to get the ball as Schultz was getting drilled in the backfield and made it easily to the end zone.
63-yard pass and catch. Jordan Schultz to Jordan Logan Jenkins. Jordan Schultz, Logan Jenkins, 63-yard touchdown puts the Spartans up 6-0.
Now you send out Parker Bolin once again. We get to see him in a set kick finally tonight.
Spartans set to take the field goal here. Schultz is going to be the holder.
Right through the middle, a beautiful kick there by Parker Bolin. Plenty of legs, so you can expect those set kicks are going to keep getting further and further. They talked about a 42-yard attempt last week. You can see it.
That sure is, and that'll take us to our break. Spartans up 7-0 as we'll take it back here on Wild Country 107.7.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Count on Andrew Vogt, Dan Gates, Kendra Cremines, Melissa Esdale, and Dirk Schroeder. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
Frog Ranch All Natural Salsa has been making wholesome, high-quality, great-tasting, all-natural salsa for 27 years. You can find Frog Ranch All Natural Salsa at your favorite local grocery or convenience store or at frogranch.com. Try all 4 delicious flavors, mild, medium, hot, and chipotle. Frog Ranch All Natural Salsa. And as their moral says, don't quit until the miracle happens.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. Isaiah Lyle and Dustin Goldsberry from Albany, Ohio, as the kickoff after the Spartan touchdown goes to the Pointers, and it's returned up to right about the 28-yard line there. I'll get a number as soon as I can.
It's, Blaine Freeman there on the return.
Blaine Freeman with a great return there as the ball went pretty deep there off Parker Bolin's kick. Spartans now coming out on defense where they've shown up here in the last couple of series, going to do their best to do the same and keep this momentum going in the second quarter.
Yeah, the Spartans needed that touchdown. It really asserted themselves. I'm anxious to see if this gets the Spartans moving here as, big plays can make big things happen. And this team has just been waiting, chomping at the bit for something like that to happen. And that can really turn this game around for the Spartans.
They've been doing a great job at having well-timed blitzes. The Pointers have just done a great job at picking them up. Once they start getting through, this defense is really going to start hammering. As it is JT Freeman on the outside doing the best he can, chased down by Isaac Waller there.
Isaac Waller able to get to the outside there. A number of Spartans read that play really well as a player was trying to run to the outside on the left-hand side. Nothing doing. That brings up 2nd and 9 as the Spartans, they just ate that up.
Yeah, just kept stretching it outside and outside, did Freeman, and gave enough time for Waller to come really all the way across the field and make that play.
Exactly.
Now, something I've noticed with the Pointers, they switch up their line. They're an unbalanced line, and they switch sides with their big tackle, number 78, Dante Harris, every play. As that is ball out. Spartans are on top of it, I do believe, as Blaine Chapman dropped the ball on a nice gain. And coming up with it, I couldn't quite tell who it was.
That's Jackson Jordan coming up with the ball, 69.
That's how to make up for the earlier unsportsmanlike and just having a little trouble. You did a great job there.
Help your team out, get a fumble recovery. Spartans take over in good field territory there, as good field position there as they take over. It looks like on the 41-yard line, 1st and 10 of their own, at the Pointers' 41-yard line. Big play and big things happening.
Exactly. We wanted that momentum to start there for the Spartans on the defensive side of the ball. Something I've noticed, and I'm not sure if it's their game plan or if there's something going on, Michael Lash, big, tall, fast receiver, playing cornerback, but receiver as well, probably one of their biggest guys out there. He is on the sideline for most of these offensive plays.
He has been, and that's something to keep an eye on. I'm not sure if he's hurt or what's happening.
Pitch to the outside Schultz gives it to Jenkins as he was in that crossbuck formation. He gets for about a 1-yard gain.
So it looks like he picked up about a yard there as he got brought back. But Jenkins coming off that big touchdown kick, 63 yards. And I tell you, Isaiah, that was something that this young man, he'll remember that season opener. He'll remember that for the rest of his life, catching that ball.
Oh, absolutely. Especially, the longer you look at the way this game's even played, it could be the deciding touchdown ultimately.
It really could be. These teams are pretty evenly matched. Not size-wise, but play-wise, these teams are pretty evenly matched.
Single back, I do believe that's Hornsby in the back. Isaac Waller, as he gets the ball.
Isaac Waller switching it up there and
making a good gain out of it.
Giving the ball
2 or 3 yards there.
It was 3rd and 9. They're going to give it to him. It looks like he picked up 3 yards there. So good little fullback type run there as Waller goes north to south.
Yes, they decided to go with the single back. And you wouldn't think that he would be their single back as he's been the one kind of in the backfield with them, with Jenkins and Hornsby so far.
Schultz going in, getting the play, running back to the field here in the huddle. 7 minutes and 42 seconds left in this half.
Doing it again. 3 split out wide, 1 to your far side. Isaac Waller, the single back. Schultz under center. He turns, gives it to Waller, and is immediately eaten up.
My goodness.
Big out there. Maurice Mo Long split defense, and there was nowhere that Waller was going to go there.
Big Mo Long ate him up, man. I tell you what, he is a force to be reckoned with out there on that defense.
And he is excited about it, too. He was popped right up. He was banging his chest.
He looks to be about 6'5", maybe 290, 300 pounds.
Exactly.
He's huge.
He's a monster out
there.
He's
huge.
So far, the Spartans haven't done a terrible job taking care of him, especially when they're running away from him, but he split the defense pretty easy there.
So punt formation as Parker Boland goes back to punt. He had a great kick. Probably the longest kick that I've seen in high school football in a long time.
Now he's going to try to coffin corner it a little bit. If it checks up. Nope. Through the end zone, it is going to be a touchback for the Pointers.
Line drive type kick, and that'll give the field position to the Pointers as they'll bring the ball out to the 25-yard line. As we switch sides here, and Spartan defense comes out. Coming off the big play, Isaiah, as it was, I do apologize, Jackson Jordan, number 69, recovering the fumble that gave the Spartans good field position, and I'm anxious to see if they'll take that fumble recovery and use it on this drive as well.
Yeah, you got to think that they're going to still be able to have that momentum. Sometimes the offensive side of the ball just doesn't quite click, and they understand that. They're going to come in ready to go. Two out wide for the Pointers here as Ermailovich is in the shotgun. He hands it right up the middle to McAllister. He fights, gets a couple extra yards out of it, runs back to the middle of the field for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Maddox McAllister, man, good running there to try to get those 4 yards that he picked up. His feet kept moving as Spartans just kind of, got dusted off of him there as took a couple of them to get him down.
6:16 left here in the second quarter. 7-0 Spartans as second down now and 6 for the Pointers. Ermailovich once again in the shotgun. They've now got 2 out wide each side with a finally balanced line for the first time in a little while here for the Pointers. Single back, and they're going to hand it again to, it looks like, McAllister. He's going to make another spin, keep fighting, make another 2 or 3 yard gain.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him another 2 yards there, and he's fighting pretty hard for every yard that he's earned out of there as he just gets caught up in the middle and spins off his first usual defender. Yeah, so Spartans got to be on their toes.
He seems to be their most effective inside runner so far tonight. You'd have to think that so far they were trying to go outside with Freeman, didn't get there a lot, so they're going to start running it inside. Unfortunately, it does look like McAllister came off, looked like his helmet popped off there at the end. Or he's limping a little bit, actually. So just taking a rest. Ermailovich in the shotgun, single back with a wing as he hands it to that back.
Wrapped up in the backfield. My goodness.
J.T. Morrison taking the ball, and Connor Moore along with, I do believe, Sam Ohms and Isaac Waller just wrapping them up there. Nice big 6-yard loss, it looks like.
third and short situation has now turned into a 4th and 7 on that big loss there.
Only 4 yards, excuse me.
So Spartans able to stop it there, 3rd and 3 and out again, as it will be, it looks like Jenkins and it
they're going
looks like
for
Althouse in the backfield.
They're going for it, too.
Oh, my, over the punter's head.
Oh, and he still gets it off, though. At least makes some net yardage so far, as that could have been very bad. The Spartans were coming at least up the middle with that, trying to get to him, and just couldn't quite do it. But if they were there, I'd have been in trouble.
Spartans had that happen last game where they actually had a safety due to that Eastern Beaver snapped it over the QB's head. So Spartans no stranger to a bad snap situation and getting back on defense. But good kudos to the punter there as he was able to at least get back some net yards. 1st and 10 for the Alexander Spartans on the 32-yard line of the Pointers.
Once again, the school football pool is very
Officials' time there as they're trying to figure out the spotting of the ball there, because I thought it went out of bounds a little further up, but they have not moved the sticks at all.
So they're bringing in the Spartans, it looks like now, to kind of see what's going on here. Both teams are getting a talking to.
Has it been getting chippy and we've not noticed?
I haven't seen anything.
Are they throwing language up there?
But, let's take a time out while they talk to him for a second. We'll bring it back here on Wild Country 107.7.
When it comes to high school sports, the place to be before or after the big game is Little Italy Pizza. Visit their 3 locations, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Straitsville. The dough at Little Italy is made fresh daily with 3 crusts to choose from, thin, hand-tossed, and pan, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Or try one of their specialty pizzas. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Straitsville. Little Italy Pizza. Locally owned and operated.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
McFadden Insurance, 740-753-1905, or visit McFadden-insurance.com.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the opening of Athens Automotive Keys at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication, and in-house or business locksmith work. And the best part, you can call after hours for emergencies. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon until 5:30 p.m. at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your high school Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. The Alexander Spartans hosting the South Point Pointers. Dustin Goldsberry and Isaiah Lyle on the call here. 4:26 left in the second quarter. 7-0 Spartans as Schultz is under center. Big pass out to the outside. He's got Landon Althouse in the corner of the end zone. Touchdown! Wow! That was a great play-action pass there by Schultz through 2 running backs and saw Landon the entire way.
I tell you what, Jordan Schultz has got an arm, buddy, and he is using it tonight. I tell you what, that was just an excellent pass. Althouse able to stay with it all the way.
You could see it, too. As soon as he turned out of that play action, he was looking down that left side. Whoever was out there, whether it was Althouse, Lash, Ashcraft, anybody, they were going to get that ball.
33-yard catch. Touchdown.
Coming on for the extra point is Parker Bolin. Jordan Schultz holding. Looks like they're coming a little extra here, are the Pointers. See if he can get it off quick. Without a doubt, kills it through the uprights. And we will take a break here on Wild Country 107.7. Or we will keep it right here, as I do believe there are some things going on back at the station right now. That was a great play by Jordan Schultz. You could like I said, you could tell he was letting go of that ball. It didn't matter if he was getting hit, if he was going to be clean, or if that ball was going to be intercepted in the end. He made up his mind early and worked out.
Eyes downfield the entire time and had his receiver. And as Joe Burrow said, if you have your back towards me, my receiver is open. And, that's what I felt like he was doing right there. The defender, cornerback, had the back to him the entire time. No way he was going to block that pass and had it in the end zone.
Yes.
Great pitch and catch.
So far, the coverage speed for the Pointers only caught up to him about one time. So every other time, it's been able to burn him.
Good catch there by Aldhouse. 33 yards is what I had for the official, but it's certainly unofficial for me.
Parker Bolin now getting set to kick, and he had a big booming kick the first time. Put the Pointers back at the 5-yard line to receive this. That is Gage Chapman picking up the ball, running out to the right side, and he is met early by none other than, it looks like, that is not Isaac Waller. Excuse me, that is number 22, Jackson Ford, a freshman out there on the kickoff squad.
Freshman getting down the field. I like it. Good hustle by the freshman getting back in and able to give the Pointers not good field position as they didn't even get it back to the 20-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10, and that's going to be at the 18-yard line.
Considering they struggled a little last time, I like pinning them deep here for the Spartans, that everything is all about momentum as they now lead 14-0, 4:09 left here in the second quarter. You've got trips to the wide side. Ermelovich is in the shotgun with a single back to his left. Nobody out wide on the right side. Pitches it to Freeman. Freeman makes a cut inside, makes another cut inside. There's going to be a flag on the play. I'm not sure if it's going to be a hold or a face mask on one of those cuts.
Yeah, it looked like it was it's going to be definitely on the Pointers here as in the vicinity of holding. So we'll see where they match this up. Officials congregating here as we will await the official call. 4:01 remaining in this first half. Spartans up 14-0 on two big pass plays here in the second quarter.
Ultimately, it looks like there is going to be a hold as they're backing up the ball here. That puts it back at the 10-yard line here for the Pointers.
So helping the Spartans out even more as that will take the Pointers back to the 10-yard line, like you said. And 1st and 18 to go.
1st and 18.
We've got two out wide here, one running back still. They've got one of those wing back types going out there is Ermelovich in the shotgun. He's looking to pass. He's got number 22 open and through the hands. That was right there for Josiah Martin.
Josiah Martin felt those feet of Brody Montgomery coming there, getting ready to lay the hit on him, and I think that's what made him miss that pass.
Yeah, it was right there at face mask level, just couldn't quite squeeze it.
And he may have felt the presence there, and I don't blame him. I feel presence of a guy running at me full speed. I'm definitely going to drop it too.
Oh, yeah. Been there, done that.
Exactly. So it'll be the second down now and 18 to go still. Spartans pushing the Pointers back here.
This is going to force another pass. The defensive line has gotten home a couple times. The more you can put them in this situation, the better you're going to get Braden Tuttle and Connor Moore out there running right through them. And Landon Horsby looks to be setting up for another great blitz. That is JT Freeman cutting back across the inside, making a lot of moves out there. He ultimately gets back to the line of scrimmage and then some. He ultimately gets about a 15-yard gain on that.
He had big Dante Harris downfield with him, setting up those blocks, and he is a big boy up front for that offensive line. Gave him the room he needed to run. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 now, as it does become more manageable, but the Spartans here have a chance to give a good 3 and out again.
Yeah, you got to think they're either going to try to run behind Dante Harris again, or you're putting the pressure on Ermelovich here.
So I'm going to guess passing situation here.
Although they set up in the same formation, 2 receivers out wide, and Coach Koska didn't like quite what he was seeing. He wanted a timeout. So Spartan timeout on the field. We will take a timeout as well here on your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
At Atomic Credit Union, choose how you check. $5 opens your account, and you get your debit card the same day. Online and mobile banking gives you access to your account 24/7 with features like card activation and deactivation, remote deposit capture, pay another member, and bill pay. Visit us at 920 East State Street in Athens or online at atomiccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block, located in the old Morrison School Building, 507 Richland Avenue. Call 740-589-5403.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to the Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. Dustin Goldsberry, Isaiah Lyle on the call here as Ermailovich throws a big pass down the right side, left side to number 7, Malik Pegram. Had him right there on the wheel route, dropped it in the basket, just couldn't quite haul it in, could Pegram.
I tell you what, if Pegram had that catch, there was nobody going to catch him. He was long gone. Fortunately enough for the Spartans as he dropped it, and that brings up 4th down and 7 to go. So Spartans got away with one there as that brings up a punting formation now for the South Point Pointers.
Yeah, it was just a bit of a broken play there as the inside man came around on a wheel route, wide open, just couldn't quite squeeze it. Back to punt now is number 12, Braden Henshaw. Not too bad of a kick as he puts it right about the 50-yard line.
It does look like Spartans will take it over at the 50. And, again, good field position for the Spartans. And I'm anxious to see, 2 big pass plays in the second quarter. Do you think you go back to the air here as the Pointers haven't been able to stop that air attack?
Yeah, so far not, and it's kind of what you expected here as they were stuffing that run, had those big guys in the middle, but the pass protection's been working. It just was all about Schultz getting in a rhythm, finding that receiver, and he's been able to find his guys now so far.
Spartans definitely want to have another score here before halftime. 14-0, 2:46 left in this first half, and we'll see what they can do here.
Power I formation, you got Schultz under center. Looks like Waller is your middle guy and Hornsby all the way in the back. 2 out wide, hand to Hornsby. He slips through Mo Long for a second as was able to recover, but still gets a 3 to 4 yard gain out of it.
Hornsby kept those feet moving, and against Mo Long, certainly not an easy task.
Mo Long was able to help him up, though, in the end as the rest of the Spartans were walking back to the huddle.
So that brings up 2nd down and 7 here. And I tell you, Spartans' run game hasn't been all there this evening yet, but that air attack certainly should hopefully open up a little bit more.
Thing is, they've got to keep it with that run game still because the way they were able to set up that beautiful pass to Althouse was the great play action. He was able to go through both running backs as they've given it to both running backs in that power I formation so far tonight. And you'd think that coming out in it again, they're going to start thinking that way as well. Coach Koska, though, needs another timeout, wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. We'll take it with him here on Wild Country 107.7.
Chris's Body Shop, located at 9310 State Route 682 in Athens, has been family owned and operated for over 30 years. Have an insurance claim? Call Chris's Body Shop at 740-592-1867 or stop by for an estimate. You can save money on your deductible. Save $100 when you mention this ad. From small scratches to complete collision repair. Open 8 to 6 daily. Call them today. Where customers and quality come first. Chris's Body Shop.
They're kicking off a new year at Tri-County Career Center where students choose what they want to learn, earn industry credentials, make connections, and build better communities for everyone. On top of the 23 high school programs are many in-demand adult programs such as medical assisting and welding to help you level up your career no matter when you graduated. Get started today by calling 800-637-6508 or checking on the web at tricountyhightech.com. Tri-County Career Center wishes both teams good luck in tonight's game.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
And we are back here for your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7. Dustin Goldsberry and Isaiah Lyle on the call as the Spartans are hosting the South Point Pointers, leading 14-0, 154 left in the half here. As a little misdirection, he gives Hornsby the ball on the second person. Hornsby keeps fighting, but he loses the ball ultimately, and it looks like the Pointers do recover unless they're going to call him down first.
Yeah, I don't know there. It looked like Hornsby may have been down, but they're going to call it going to the Pointers, and turnover there. I don't know how much I agree with that. It looked like Hornsby may have been dragged down and had the ball in hand still, but nonetheless, the official's word is what it goes by, and that's a turnover. Going to go the other way now. 1 minute 42 left in the half, as it looks like the Pointers will take over at the 39-yard line, or at the 40. I do apologize.
Yeah, Landon Hornsby, who's trying to fight for those extra yards, good while doing it, too. Just got to work on that ball security. This being one of the first times he's on the offensive side of the ball, it's something he'll pick up.
Yes.
As we now have Ermelovich in the shotgun, as he's been all game looking to pass. He's got an outright here to number 25, who makes a little cut back inside, but there to wrap him up nice and quickly. Isaac Waller, it does look like, as he was joined by Brody Montgomery and more. Now there's a timeout by the Pointers as they are trying to conserve clock here, make a run down the field. We'll keep it here as thinking about the Pointers. They haven't had a whole lot of success since the first couple series as they were able to run it to the outside. Now, obviously, in a no huddle where they enjoy it, they're going to have to keep the timeouts, which they haven't taken any so far.
Yeah.
Maybe they were saving that for something like this, but they're also going to have to work on just clock management. I'll be excited to see if Ermelovich is able to get to those out routes, and ultimately, can the Spartans keep them in bounds?
Yeah, and honestly, I think if I'm looking at it right, that was the first pass completion by Ermelovich.
That's what I've got as well.
Is here in the second quarter, 1:30 left. So, having to rely on that run game as your receivers haven't been able to catch the ball. That's big for the Spartans as they kind of been able to run a little lax on coverage because they really haven't had to.
They still don't have a lot. They just don't have a lot going on with receivers as they've got Ermelovich in the shotgun again. Freeman to his right. One guy far out wide right, and then you've got a wing and a wide receiver out to your left as well. Good blitz. Number 13 with the one-handed snag across the middle. He makes a couple men miss, keeps fighting up the field for the Pointers. That is number 13, Alex Lambert. He's that tight end out there for you. He's been the one unbalancing the line for the most part. And now Ermelovich is signaling they got to get up there and clock it, as they did just get a first down. 1:19 left here. They don't need to clock it. The clock stops until the chains are set.
Yeah, you might as well run the play. They like running that, and they were going to.
He went before the whistle was blown, and he was still going for the clock. Didn't realize that the clock had stopped, I don't think.
So now we're at a situation here, 1:14 left in the half.
I'm not even sure the clock should have ever started.
So now we got a clock situation of where we're at exactly. Ball's on the 41-yard line of Alexander.
White Hat's talking to the Pointers, being like, hey, we've got to set the ball, set the chains before the clock even starts. Also, clock stops when we do that.
Yeah,
so.
wait for my go. And that's, that's another thing where it's second game of the season. They're in a hurry. They're trying to get some points on the board. I understand, the want to rush already. So,
exactly.
It happens, high school football.
And I do believe it's just, completely wiped that play off, as it should have been official timeout. But they did let 5 seconds run off the clock. I think that needs to be changed.
So we'll see. They are lining up here.
They're just going to let 1:14 go, it looks like, unless nobody's throwing a fit. So
both teams lined up again.
Ermelovich in the shotgun. He's got Freeman to his left. Floats it right down the middle. Number 25.
My goodness.
Number 25 again. That is Lambert, not Lambert. Austin Hunt. He makes a great catch, holds on to it, fumbles a little bit on the hit, but was able to bring it down, gets another first down for the Pointers as they are moving right up the field here.
He got his clock cleaned by Isaac Waller.
They are finding that kind of middle soft zone, especially if they can get those first downs, get the clock stopped. It's going to be able to move them up the field.
And you're right, that was another first down.
Same formation, trips out to the wide side. Freeman to his left. He's rolling, looks deep. Oh, it didn't have a man at all. Looked like him and number 7, Pegram, were on the different pages there as Pegram was kind of coming in for a deep post, and he was going on the go route all day long.
So wanted it all there as 47 seconds left here in the half. And Alexander did have possession first to go. So, if the Pointers can put points on the board here, they do have ball when they come back out here into the second half. So certainly want to try to make something happen here if you're the South Point Pointers.
At the very least, this is some momentum that they're enjoying here. They're finding where that weak spot in these zones are. Now, the Spartans could be dropping back a little bit, trying to prevent the deep ball ultimately, but it's something that's probably going to be there throughout the game.
Yeah, playing a little softer, exactly.
Ermailovich rolls out this time. He's going to take it all on his own and has plenty of space. He's going to be met by Jacob Jordan, ushered out.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's going to be another flag, and that's unsportsmanlike as Jacob Jordan just runs him right out of bounds. And now there's some extracurriculars going on the track.
So Jackson Jordan, and he had the penalty earlier in the game, taking the head off of one of the players, the helmet, for a face mask, and now that's going to be unsportsmanlike. That should take him out of the game. Coach Douglas out on the field, very upset. I'm not sure if you could hear through our microphones, but the South Point coaches next to us, they're extremely upset as well. Yeah, they're
and I can't blame them.
Yeah, they have a right to be. That was extremely late. The quarterback was running off the track, and if you've been out here at Alexander, they've got plenty of room to run on the field, and it was a hit basically onto the track of Alexander.
So that play was about the 15-yard line, so they're going to run it half the distance to the goal, put him inside the 10 here, as they do have to do some discussions. They probably got to go over some official things before they take Jacob Jordan out of this game, but he should probably undress at halftime. I think that's what he's going to have to do.
I think that's it for him. Yeah, first half of the game.
I keep saying Jackson Jordan.
So puts the Pointers in really good field position here off just a really silly penalty. And young team, they got a lot of mistakes to learn, and that's one of them right there is late hits are not going to get you anywhere in this ball game.
He's standing on the field right now, probably unaware of the things that are happening, but he's not going to be there for long, I don't think.
Personal foul on the Spartans.
So it's just going to be a personal foul. They aren't giving the unsportsmanlike.
Okay, it's not an unsportsmanlike. So.
Dead ball foul.
Oh, now the dead ball. Oh, they're giving a dead ball to the Pointers.
And
so basically, just like it happened before with Jackson Jordan, it was he gets the personal foul, but then ultimately the dead ball unsportsmanlike was on the Pointers.
And that's
a savior for him, I do believe.
He hit the quarterback out of bounds, and then one of the South Point Pointers teammates comes up and hits Jordan for that. It came up to just not smart play by either team, obviously instigated by Jackson Jordan, but nonetheless, the South Point player looked like they were taking up for his teammate, but you just can't do that. You got to let the officials have it. And, you're just looking out for your quarterback. At the same time, it now costs you as well.
Exactly. Ultimately, they put the ball right about the same spot, but they are making it first and goal.
So what wasn't a chippy game kind of got to be a chippy game so far.
Exactly. There looks like they only made about 5 yards or so on the play total, but it is a nice it is first and goal now.
Yeah.
So they're at about, looks like the 20-yard line. So it's a long first and goal.
Long first and goal, and 40 seconds left here in the first half.
Ermailovich in the shotgun. He's got everybody out to his right. He looks that way. Isaac Waller coming after him. Oh, almost picked off as Schultz was coming in on the intended receiver there. Looked like number 21, Blaine Freeman. And just wasn't quite able to get it to him, and Schultz wasn't quite able to get there as well.
Ermailovich just had to get rid of that ball. He was getting drugged down by the jersey. Good defense there by the Spartans, getting 2 men in the backfield to put pressure on the quarterback.
Those blitzes that they've been hitting all night, they've been getting picked up well, but on that one, it seemed like the Pointers just didn't have anything.
Paid off there and brings up second down and goal, a long goal at the 21-yard line. Clock did stop there on that failed incomplete pass.
34 seconds left in the half. 14-0 Spartans here as it is second and goal from 21. Ermailovich in the shotgun. He's got 2 out to his right, 1 far left. This is probably where he's looking. He was staring it down the whole time. And that's where he goes. He's going for number 12 out there. That should be offensive pass interference.
And if that's not, I don't know football.
Brody Montgomery got out there, did a great job just being in the way. Now, he didn't really turn his head around, but he didn't have to, as it was a push clearly there. Number 12, the kicker out there, Braden Henshaw.
Yeah, that was clear. So just drug him down.
Just a little bit. I mean, ultimately made a nice catch as well.
He did make a nice catch.
But not without a little contact first.
It was not without pulling your cornerback down before the play, though.
So now they're sending in a few different guys here. Not sure what the goal is going to be, as it does back them up, so they might be looking to punt.
It is going to be...
Although they take Hanshaw off the field, so
36-yard line now.
There's 2nd and goal from the 36. You heard of that one very often?
That's a prayer. So 27 seconds left. Let's see where they go here.
Ermailovich in the shotgun. Everybody to his left now, as he is going to be protection picked up. He's got plenty of time. He throws it out for intercepted by Brody Montgomery. He was looking for Pegram, and he is going to go. We've got a couple probably blocking the backs here in the middle of the field, but Brody Montgomery returns it all the way down to the 34-yard line. But we are going to have, I'm going to bet, some blocking the backs here in the middle, as there was a lot of boys moving right there where the line was.
So flags on the play, but nonetheless, the interception will stand with 10 seconds left on the clock. Alexander up 14-0 here in the first half. And I tell you, Isaiah, that's huge momentum for the Spartans going into the second half.
And you could see it. As soon as Ermailovich tried to roll out there, he was looking. You could see that Pegram wasn't on the same page with him. They were trying to get there as he let the ball go. Brody Montgomery read it very well.
Montgomery had his eyes on it the entire way.
Followed it down and everything.
This time he wasn't getting pulled down until he intercepted the ball and returned it 30 yards.
So they're going to give a legal block in the back, and looks like they already marked it off.
Spartans here up 14, 10 seconds left. I got to think the Spartans are going to just take a knee here and go into halftime with a 14-0 lead.
You would think, but I mean, if that protection works out just enough, you could see Schultz air it out here. They're going to go into a power I.
Everybody make sure you stay in tune with us as we will bring back the J&K Contracting halftime show here on Wild Country 107.7 after this first half is set and done.
And unfortunately, hold on, we have a flag on I'm going to bet the defense here, as number 78, Dante Harris, brings down Schultz. So that's going to give them an extra play as time force that, so it gives them a play anyways.
So, it'd be a face mask penalty against the South Point Pointers.
So you get that block in the back penalty back.
Exactly.
Plus a little.
Get a little bit of it back, you know. Still first down, and now 5 to go.
Oh, are they just giving a grazing face mask there?
Yeah, I think it was a 5-yard penalty.
Okay.
So
I'm still not used to that rule.
It is a weird, a weird rule. And I can understand it, inadvertent versus definitely pulling and tugging. Certainly should be a different penalty for yardage-wise. Used to be automatic 15 no matter what. And that's for player safety, and I get that. But an inadvertent, release and pull as the hands are flying.
Now they've got a single back here. I can't quite tell who's back there. Possibly Jagger Kane, as I think it's a single digit back there. Schultz is going to go under center. We'll see if this is just a finish. Quick out here to Landon Althouse, and he's going to get a couple yards, and there is your half.
So that'll do it here. Alexander 14, South Point Pointers going to be 0. We'll bring it back here for your J&K Contract halftime show here on Wild Country 107.7.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured, and offers free estimates. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. When it comes to high school sports, the place to be before or after the big game is Little Italy Pizza. Visit their 3 locations, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Strangesville. The dough at Little Italy is made fresh daily with 3 crusts to choose from, thin, hand-tossed, and pan, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Or try one of their specialty pizzas. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Strangesville. Little Italy Pizza. Locally owned and operated.
Since 1916, a lot of independent agents have recommended auto owners insurance, and a lot of parents have taken that recommendation to heart. So have a lot of their children, and grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. As we celebrate our first 100 years, Auto Owners Insurance thanks all those who have put their trust in us, and all the generations who will.
McFadden Insurance, 740-753-1905, or visit mcfadden-insurance.com.
At Atomic Credit Union, choose how you check. $5 opens your account, and you get your debit card the same day. Online and mobile banking gives you access to your account 24/7 with features like card activation and deactivation, remote deposit capture, pay another member, and bill pay. Visit us at 920 East State Street in Athens or online at atomiccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to steamy Alexander High School here in a muggy night. The J&K Contracting halftime show is here on Wild Country 107.7. Alexander has the lead in this ball game, 14-0 on 2 big plays, all made in the second quarter. And Isaiah, 2 big pass plays by the young sophomore quarterback, Jordan Schultz, to get this game a 14-0 lead.
Yeah, the first quarter uneventful to say the least there from both sides, really. It was defensive and just a lot of mental mistakes, penalties there. Those penalties did continue through the second quarter, but what you saw is the Spartans found a rhythm. Whether it was on defense or offense, they found a bit of a rhythm. They were able to get some play-action pass working and getting Schultz open. He's been pretty open with the pass protection all night, but he was finally able to look downfield, see his receivers, and he hit them beautifully. Logan Jenkins across the middle and Landon Allhouse up the sideline. Yeah, and I mean, for a sophomore quarterback to be able to find his guys like that, you know, the good play to Jenkins there, you know, kind of a cut pass up the middle, and Jenkins being the speedy guy he is, you called it perfectly. As the speedy guy, Jenkins gets the pass, and there's nobody going to catch him. He is a huge asset to this team. And I tell you, Isaiah, the other teams are going to have to look at game film from this game next week because it's going to come back to bite him if they don't. Exactly. He is a fast young man. Yeah, Logan Jenkins, obviously, you could tell that he may have been what could have been a difference last week in that close game with Beaver Eastern, showing what he's got out here today on both the defensive and offensive side of the ball. And I just look forward to seeing how he progresses still in this offense and through the rest of this game even. Yeah, Spartans made those adjustments, like you said. And I tell you, when we first looked at this Spartan offense, it kind of rang true to that run-heavy offense that I thought I was going to see. And, it really was not working in that first quarter as, they hit a couple 3-and-outs on their first few drives. And you don't like seeing that when you're a Spartan fan coming out first game of the season, home opener. But, open it up in the air, something the Spartans haven't really done in the past. It's good to see that. Yeah, and like I said, the protection has been working so far. When we've been talking about those 2 big guys up front and Mo Long and Dante Harris for the Pointers, they've been relatively doing nothing. They've gotten a little pressure on Schultz here and there, but they've not done a lot when it comes to passing tonight. So you got to think that they're going to go in, make a halftime adjustment to either get some better rushes on them, or the Spartans are just going to continue to pass this ball. I'll be excited to see if they start mixing in a little short passing game in there as well. Just some shotgun stuff. We've seen Schultz under center nearly the whole time tonight. Yeah, I don't think we've seen him yet open it up like that into the shotgun formation. And I'm sure Coach Koska's got that in his bag
as he's, coached a few other places and kind of runs off those programs. But it's been a workout so far for Landon Hornsby, the senior, as he's really trying to struggle getting upfield. And that's not easy to do against the huge linemen from this South Point team.
Yeah, but he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job at keeping those legs moving. Obviously, unfortunately, ended up in a fumble there as the Pointers were able to drive at the end of the half before ultimately giving the ball up themselves. But you could see that he was starting to find it. He was starting to find holes. You could see that the heat maybe was wearing on those big guys for the Pointers, and the holes were opening them up.
And it will continue to do that this evening as it is dark here, and it still feels like 90 degrees.
I don't think the temperature's changed.
It is the sun's down, but the heat is not. As the Marching Spartans are out in the field, sounding good for us here at halftime. But I tell you, the Spartans themselves, they look good. They look alive, and that may be the youth of this team. But they certainly they have to make sure the penalties got to stop, though. That's one thing taken away from this halftime early that I'm going to say it now, and I'll probably say it again. Penalties have to get better.
Yeah, nothing too major when it comes to the mental or, just the play-by-play kind of stuff. They had a couple holding penalties that set them back, but nothing horrible. It's been the extracurriculars, and it's been the extracurriculars on both sides, stemming from what looks like two specific guys, ultimately, and Jackson Jordan, and I do believe Dante Harris has been in there a little bit, protecting his guy, ultimately, because it has been instigated by Jackson Jordan. He has gotten his personal fouls. The unsportsmanlikes have gone where they need to go. So there are a couple guys playing on thin ice tonight, I would have to, for the second half, but we'll see how it goes.
Coaching at halftime is going to have to tell these guys, the on-field penalties are one thing, but the extracurricular, knock it off. No coach is happy with a 15-yard penalty added onto his team, especially after you've already given up a big run. That's just a huge momentum breaker right there. And, the Spartans have had a couple of those, but fortunately enough, like you said, it's the extracurricular from the other team as well that's helped them out.
Exactly. They've been offsetting each other pretty well, because at one point we thought Jackson Jordan had
a double 30-yard penalty.
Exactly, double unsportsmanlikes and take him out of the game, but he is still here. So far, he's still only been assessed the personal fouls. He's not even been assessed the unsportsmanlikes.
So young player, he's got to just, knock off the extracurriculars, knock off the late hits, and play smart football, help his team out here. Helped his team out by recovering that fumble, and that was amazing. Coming out when you do something, that hurts your team, come out and help your team, and he did that. Unfortunately, the other, play down here in the second quarter negated that, but at the same time, Spartans doing well, got an interception. They got the fumble recovery. They're making things happen on defense, and that's a big part of what's happened in this 14-0 lead here that we take at half.
Exactly. It's really moved into that offense because many of these guys playing both ways, as tired as you are out there playing both ways, it really helps when one side of the ball is clicking well, it builds on the other side.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. We'll bring back some stats here with you as we come back on the J&K Contra halftime show as we bring it back here on Wild Country 107.7.
Is pain from an injury interrupting your life's game plan? With comprehensive and minimally invasive surgical services available at multiple locations and an affiliation with Marshall Orthopedics, Holzer has the team to keep you off the sideline. With Holzer on your team, you'll be in the game for the moments that matter most. Holzer Health System. Excellent care every time.
They're kicking off a new year at Tri-County Career Center, where students choose what they want to learn, earn industry credentials, make connections, and build better communities for everyone. On top of the 23 high school programs are many in-demand adult programs such as medical assisting and welding to help you level up your career no matter when you graduated. Get started today by calling 800-637-6508 or checking on the web at tricountyhightech.com. Tri-County Career Center wishes both teams good luck in tonight's game.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Count on Andrew Vogt, Dan Gates, Kendra Kamines, Melissa Esdale, and Dirk Schroeder. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured, and offers free estimates. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
We're back at Alexander High School. The Alexander Marching Spartans band dropping some Green Day and some dance moves on the floor here at halftime as the Spartans have the lead here 14-0. And it has been a game so far of heat, but Isaiah, we were just informed that there may be a little bit of rain on the way, and I feel a little cool breeze as we speak. So temperature change has certainly got me happy because I'm sweating like crazy up here in the booth with you.
Exactly, and all those guys, they may not love it in the end, but a rain game is never the worst thing either.
You know, I enjoy a little rain game. I mean, you look at back in when Alexander beat Nelsonville York in the Mud Bowl there a few years back, 21-0. That was a heck of a game to watch here at the Spartan Stadium. So we're back here again at the with the K Contracting Game of the Week halftime show. And Isaiah's got a few stats here for us, unofficial stats from Isaiah for the Spartans to start out here with us. What do we see in our first half?
Yeah, we don't got a whole lot, but really, Schultz is 2 for 4 so far tonight with those 2 touchdowns, 96 yards combined there. Landon Hornsby on the ground so far, 9 yards, as we said, not getting it done super well, but doing his best. In there, you'd also had Isaac Waller picking up about 3 yards, and then obviously in the receiving, only 2 catches been so far. Logan Jenkins with a 63-yard touchdown, and Landon Althouse with his 33-yard touchdown.
And those two touchdowns, those 2 catches were, that has made the game so far. I mean, that's 14-0 in just those 2 plays alone. And that's how quickly this game can change. One play is what it takes to turn this game.
Exactly. On the South Point side, Ermailovich hasn't made a whole lot of conversions on his passes so far. He's only about 2 for 7 or 8. Couldn't quite get that down. Couldn't quite get the yards down either. But it's about 30 yards as they were driving there in that late part of the second quarter. Rushing so far, you've got J.T. Morrison with 9. You've got 14 yards out of Freeman. Chapman's got 18. He did right off the start. Hasn't really seen the ball since. 21 yards for Ermailovich, also moving the ball down the field during that drive. And 10 yards so far from McAllister. And
Ermailovich, to kind of, help him out a little bit here with his passing game, his passes haven't been bad passes. He had a pass down here on the right of us here, hit the player right in the chest, and another one hit the guy in the hands. Cradle catch right here, missed. I mean, the guy was wide open, would have been 7 points.
Yeah,
6 points easy.
He's putting it right where it needs to be.
Yeah.
His receivers failing him a little bit. They're going to work on that, obviously, in the locker rooms. They're talking about that. And if they start coming out and converting on those catches, it's going to start getting tough on the Spartans' defense.
Exactly, and that's where I was kind of getting to, where that second point of that was, as he kept trying, his receivers opened up and made some plays for him there late in the second quarter. And they were really driving down the field there until there's a couple late penalties. But I've got to tell you that, Spartans, as much as they play good defense, they're really going to have their work cut out for them. And I'm anxious to see who makes those adjustments at halftime. As it was not the South Point Pointers last game, will that come back and bite them this game as well, as they put up 10 points in the first half last game and got beat 49-10. So, certainly looking at this game as well, you don't want to make history repeat itself if you're the Pointers.
Well, the thing is, going into halftime last time, they went in with a good game. They went in with the lead at half, played very well, only letting up 1 touchdown so far.
Sure.
This time, you would think that they've got to make some halftime adjustments.
Exactly, and that's where I see, anxious to come out, see where Spartan's at, see where South Point's at, halftime adjustments. About 6 minutes till kickoff time here at the second half, and we'll bring it back here on the J&K Contracting halftime show here on Wild Country 107.7.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured, and offers free estimates. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
Nothing really ever stays the same. Things get better or they get worse. Things grow or they get smaller. Communities are no exception. The life of a community is determined by the activities of the people who live there. What we do today will decide the future. Shop locally whenever you can. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
You got your go-tos, your standbys, even your favorites. But the beefy, cheesy burgers at McDonald's take you back to where it all began. Your Bite Zero, when you first tasted what a burger should be like. 2 perfectly seasoned beef patties stacked with a single slice of melty cheese on a golden bun. Now at McDonald's, get 2 McDouble burgers for $3. Whatever it is to you, classics are classics for a reason. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
Frog Ranch All-Natural Salsa has been making wholesome, high-quality, great-tasting all-natural salsa for 27 years. You can find Frog Ranch All-Natural Salsa at your favorite local grocery or convenience store or at frogranch.com. Try all 4 delicious flavors, mild, medium, hot, and chipotle. Frog Ranch All-Natural Salsa. And as their moral says, don't quit until the miracle happens.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back. Dustin Goldsberry aside, Isaiah Lyle here on the J&K Contracting Halftime Game Show. Here with the Alexander Spartans and the South Point Pointers. Halftime almost over here, about 3 minutes and 50 seconds until
teams are returning to the field.
Third quarter here. Looks like both teams are setting and stretching here to come back. Did get substantially cooler as we do have a little bit of weather coming in, it looks like, as I was looking at the Weather Channel radar. So certainly not a bad thing. Could cool down a little bit. I think maybe just a little pop. But, it should be an interesting start to this second half. Landon Althouse, at the end of the play there, I want to talk about that for a second. He's coming off the field. He's stretching a little bit more. He did cramp up at that last catch. Yeah. A little bit of a screen pass, and he got hit. And his leg just kind of, that jiggle feeling you got to do to get the cramp out. And
yeah, he was really shaking it out there. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. The ankle was real loose as he was doing it. I was worried for a second, but then he popped up. So ultimately, he's all right. He's getting a little extra stretch out. Got his water bottle here. The cool temperatures should help finish that for the night.
And that's another thing to bring up real quick is you really haven't seen anybody get out with any injuries. Knock on the wood we have in front of us here. I tell you, that's awesome to know. First half really didn't have any injuries or cramping that I saw.
A couple guys limped here and there, but that is what it is.
Yeah, nobody really had to stop for injury. This first half, seemed like it may have took a little longer just with the penalties, but at the same time, here we are, 9 o'clock, and getting ready to start the second half of action. As the Spartans, I think if you're the Spartans, you keep doing what you're doing. Keep going and keep trying to pass the ball, find those open guys, and it's working for you so far. Where do you come with that?
I think that's what you got to do. Obviously, you set with the run game. It's okay to get 1-2 yards out of there if you're going to be able to get a strike on second or third down for your first down. And I think they've got to keep that front line and the front 7 of the South Point Pointers kind of honest by doing that, because that touchdown pass to Jenkins wouldn't have been there without the play action.
Exactly.
They would have floated back, been in that area. So you got to keep them honest.
And that's 100% agree with you there. The end there, they were playing a little softer in the zone kind of, and that's just, like you said, maybe preventing the touchdown from happening. Certainly worked for them, but they did leave Ermilovich. They left him open for a huge gain on the outside, and hopefully that didn't exploit the defense for us a little bit, as they've been able to kind of spread it out and get side to side and really stop that South Point rushing attack from any kind of sweeping action.
Yeah, that's where South Point found their kind of bread and butter to start the game there. Is that first quarter, you could say it belonged to South Point, even though not a lot happened for either team. And it's because they were bouncing to the outside. They were able to get a few yards, but the Spartans made a defensive adjustment. Looked like those ends started holding down just a little bit better on those chip blocks, and they were really able to lock it down and force everybody inside where they couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, and that's where I think the Spartans have to maintain that, stay on the outside lanes. And, I'm super impressed with Maddox McAllister, the running back senior, as he hits that first line and gets the spin move in for this team and really keeps feet moving. And that's where he's picked up, a few more of his yards on the ground, is just yards after first touch, not getting tackled immediately. And that's going to be a key for South Point, I think, is to try to keep that power run game going for you, as the pass game will open up if you can get that moving.
Yeah, he did go out at one point, one of those guys that was limping for a little while. You'd hope to bring him back because he really was the most effective runner so far for the Pointers.
Yeah. So we start second half of action here as Spartans are set to kick. We bring it back into the third quarter now. Spartans are going to be going right to left again now on your radio dial, and they'll be kicking off to the Pointers in this contest as they are up with a 2-touchdown lead going into this third quarter. Anxious to see what the rain might hold for us and when that's coming in. I'd be okay if it was just a slow coolness that we got.
Yeah, just a little wind here, just kind of blow it all in. I'll take that.
Yeah. Gives us a little bit of breeze up here in the booth, and certainly the players that will enjoy it down on the field.
I want to see if the Spartans try to get a little directional with their kicking. Something I did a lot when I was in high school. You got a little directional. You found gaps because there are plenty. There's a nice gap right here along the home sideline for the Spartans that they could put a ball right on the numbers and probably get to it with the people they've got.
Parker Bolin is going to be set back to kick for the Spartans. And it looks like number 30, that's going to be Eli Wilburn, set back to receive, as well as number 7, Malik Pegram, for the Pointers.
Bolin waiting on the whistle. Everybody waiting on the whistle. Whistle.
You want a picture kickoff, you take it now.
He's going to go take his steps again. Yes, Donnie, I'm sure telling him.
That's right.
Go take your steps again.
Take your steps. Get ready. Get set. As Bolin is now set back again.
And hold on.
Officials are trying to set something here. I'm not sure.
They're trying to be. And got a hand up.
So we're good.
A hand up. We don't have all the hands up yet. 2 and 3. Now we're ready to go.
Okay.
And look at that. He tries to put it on the numbers down there.
That was touched going out of bounds.
Exactly. So that ultimately is just going to be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. Maybe give it the 7. Our angle, not quite the greatest.
Parker Bolin, man, coming out being a kicker. I tell you what.
I knew I thought that gap down there on the numbers on the home sideline looked real nice. He put it a little low. It's not like anybody was really going to be able to get to it, but it certainly made it hard to recover for the Pointers.
Kind of rolling around down there, and unfortunately, it was Eli Wilburn trying to recover it, and he touched it before it went out of bounds. That's going to give the Spartans a good defensive position here as the Pointers take over 1st and 10 on their own 6-yard line.
Pretty much every time the Pointers have started deep, they have been able to not go anywhere. The Spartans have been able to hold them. You've got blitzes set up nicely so far.
Ermalovich out of the shotgun, low snap.
He doesn't have the ball.
The handoff, but it looks like it was fumbled.
And I think the Spartans recovered.
You are right, Isaiah.
Hold on. Referee says that he was down. He's holding up a 2nd down.
All right, so Spartans looked like they had it. They were jumping up and down. But nonetheless, good defensive effort here
Ermailovich never had that ball. Tried to turn and give it to his running back. It looked like maybe Freeman. Freeman just kneed it forward. Ultimately, they were able to fall on it, but I thought the Spartans had it for a second.
Right off the low snap there. Certainly not an area of the field you want to have any mistakes coming off of a snap.
As now they're on the 4-3.
So, oh my. Spartans got him pushed back to the 3-yard line here. Anxious to see. Spartans almost took a jump there on a hard count. And trying to wrap up on the outside. There is a flag on the play by the back judge.
They may give the encroachment ultimately.
So whether it was a free play or not, they're going to call holding.
Holding, so that's going to back it up half the distance. They are now on the 1.5.
So, Isaiah, you're the Spartans here. You're chomping at the bit, and you don't want to jump on the hard count.
No, they're trying not to, but they have also got they've got blitz coming. You can see it. Landhouse, he's playing a bit of an outside linebacker, strong safety position. He's getting ready to come. Got Holmesby, and then Sam Ohms, he's playing defensive end out on that backside, but he was charging hard on the play.
You also look for Isaac Waller. He's been a big defensive effort as well as he comes on the outside.
He's also playing that outside backer kind of strong safety position as they're really leaving. Hold on, now we've got a timeout South Point.
So timeout South Point. We'll take it with them here as they try to figure out what to do. We'll be back on Wild Country 107.7.
No matter what business you're in, it's about people. It's about treating others the way you'd like to be treated. The word service literally means helpful act of assistance. We know that our local merchants offer more helpful acts of assistance than any other place where you'd care to shop. Together we grow. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
Is pain from an injury interrupting your life's game plan? With comprehensive and minimally invasive surgical services available at multiple locations and an affiliation with Marshall Orthopedics, Holzer has the team to keep you off the sideline. With Holzer on your team, you'll be in the game for the moments that matter most. Holzer Health System. Excellent care every time.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
We're back here. Spartans lined up here. Pointers have it at their own 1-yard line, tasting the end zone. And shotgun formation, snap is out. Quarterback keeper, and he just gets it out probably another 2-3 yards.
Yeah, Ermailovich just trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, or the original line of scrimmage there, and he does, maybe just a hair behind it.
So, yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down, and it looks like a long 10.
What worries you as the Pointers here is you've had a bad snap on your punt already. The Spartans are going to be coming.
Yeah.
They've had safeties already this year, and whenever those snaps get shorter, it gets harder on the snapper, gets harder on your punter because he's obviously got to get it off quicker. So they're, at the very least, trying to get space for the punter.
Ermailovich, the shotgun, trips out on the strong side of the field. Looks for wide receiver and overthrows. Nobody there. That's going to be 4th down and 10. Spartans hold them nice there. Ball on the 6-yard line as there will be a punting formation here. And like you said, Isaiah, Spartans are going to be coming after this.
Yeah, Ermailovich did a good job there setting in his role, being able to deliver a strike. He just couldn't quite put it on his receiver out there. Waller with a great coverage.
So Braden Henshaw back to take the punt here.
He's on his back line. That's the thing. You don't want to give him much less space there.
Yeah, that's as they line up here.
Spartans look ready to come after it. You've got Michael Lash far outside, but he is set up good, and everybody else is on the line.
Kick gets off, just gets it off as the ball hits, and it's going to be kept down, and it's going to be held down there. Spartan's going to have it taken over possession at the 40. Looks like they're going to put it at the 48-yard line.
Landon Allhouse trying to play tricks, see if anybody would jump and go for the ball there as he, turn towards it at least. Nothing doing.
Nothing doing of it. So that's not a problem there. Spartans are happy to take over possession, and it's on the South Point Pointers side of the field. So that's a good 3-and-out, and good defense there by the Spartans. Set up by that big kick there by Parker Bolin, kicking off in the second half.
Yeah, you've got Landon Hornsby over on the sideline right now. He may be getting a bit of a cramp up at the moment. So running out there to replace him in whatever formation, you've got Andrew Wheeler, the sophomore, number 4.
So it is a night of cramps here. Second half, the players took that rest here. Second half, maybe a few more cramps than the first half did.
Back to the touchdown formation. You got 3 out wide, 1 single back in there is Waller. A rough-looking handoff, but Waller to the outside.
Waller kind of gets spun around by his own man there, but gaining some extra yards.
And Laundry on the field. They're going to give a hold.
Landon Althouse comes up gimping as well, and he was the player that had the cramp there at the beginning of the game, or the end of the last half. So he will stay in the game, but he's fighting off a cramp again.
That's what Hornsby's doing for sure. You can see him kind of dragging that left leg.
So Spartans have it now, and that's going to be seeing where they're going to mark the ball here. Oh, they got a holding penalty.
Yep.
Did not see the flag on the field.
Landon Althouse does come out. Alex Jeffrey, the sophomore, comes in, number 18.
So,
and Althouse is feeling it for sure. He is.
2 Spartans now cramping up.
We said this wasn't going to be a problem anymore.
I know. We knocked on wood and everything,
Gosh,
Isaiah. I'm
darn
not
it.
sure what next happening.
Announcer jinx happens no matter what.
It does. That's why I try not to say anything during free throws in basketball. It's as Jordan Schultz gets the call from the coach and runs out on the field here. Spartans have it now 1st and 17 on their own 45-yard line. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in this third quarter. Spartans up 14-0.
Back in that power I formation, they do have Wheeler as your deep back.
So somebody we haven't called yet tonight, looking to get his chance out here running the ball. We'll see what Schultz does here, as it may be a passing situation here. They do have Logan Jenkins on our side of the field here. Left side. Now they're going to call, looks like a timeout, Alexander, as we will take it with them here on Wild Country 107.7.
Is pain from an injury interrupting your life's game plan? With comprehensive and minimally invasive surgical services available at multiple locations and an affiliation with Marshall Orthopedics, Holzer has the team to keep you off the sideline. With Holzer on your team, you'll be in the game for the moments that matter most. Holzer Health System. Excellent care every time.
Since 1926, Athens Insurance Services has focused on doing one thing and doing it well, providing peace of mind through affordable, comprehensive insurance protection. Whether you're looking for car insurance for your new teenage driver, home insurance for your first home, protection for your business or life insurance, they've got you covered. Count on Andrew Vogt, Dan Gates, Kendra Cummings, Melissa Esdale, and Dirk Schroeder. Athens Insurance Services at 375 Richland Avenue. Call 740-593-6639.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to third quarter action here. Schultz finds a receiver downfield, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass. Hit the ground just before Jenkins could get to it. A little skip on the ground, but he tried to play it off like he caught it.
Works in baseball, not quite football.
Wouldn't have counted if it did, because there's another hold on the Alexander Spartan offensive line. So Spartans having some trouble keeping those big defensive linemen at bay and grabbing a little more jersey than they're supposed to be.
It's a tough one. A lot of those guys out there on the line, at least just visually, very undersized to be blocking even the ends.
Yeah, and that's, you look at, the way that teams are playing now, that offensive linemen are kind of becoming those smaller type of guys. They're strong, but they're fast. But when you're matching up with guys that are big and fast, certainly it's not going to be an easy feat for you. And these Spartans definitely undersized at the offensive line. I got to give them props, though. They've been holding their own up there against those big guys for South Point.
Really have, especially in the passing game, aside from a couple holds here and there.
So Schultz back under center. Single back set this time as he hands it off. That's going to be Hornsby trying to pick up some yardage. Gets wrapped up by number 25, Austin Hunt. And he picks up maybe a yard out of that carry.
Yeah, about a yard, maybe 2 out of there. Hornsby doing all right. They were in that. I don't want to call it touchdown formation, but it's the one they've scored off of both times where they got trips to a single back. It's been wide open. So obviously, you think they're probably going to try to stick there because even their best runs have kind of come out of it.
And that was actually, I apologize, that was Isaac Waller on the carry. Hornsby still out here on the sideline getting water in him as he's walking towards the bench again here. Still dealing with that cramping.
Yeah, 42-45.
Tough to see up here.
They go back into that crossbuck formation.
So pitch out now. Jenkins has it. Jenkins trying to find room on the outside. Flag down. And there's going to be 2 flags down. As we'll try to see what in the world happened here.
They might call a hold on Connor Moore, which is absolutely insane. Oh.
So holding.
Oh. I know I should be better than that, but Connor Moore had that man inside the shoulder pads and just ran him into the ground. And
what are you supposed to do, man?
I don't know what else you're supposed to do.
That's a tough call.
Coach Douglas, being the lineman he is, he's out there advocating for him.
On this drive alone, that's the 3rd holding call on this drive for the Spartans. And they're going to back him up again, this time inside their own 20 to the 15-yard line. And, it's 2nd down and...
It says 30, but it might be longer.
It might be from here to South Point to a 1st down. So 2nd down here. They're calling it 30, but it looks more like 60.
Yeah, it's a long ways away here.
To put in perspective, they're at their own 15-yard line, and to get a 1st down, it's going to be on the South Point's 38-yard line. 7 minutes, 58 seconds left here. Schultz goes under center, power I formation. Handoff here as he's wrapped up in the backfield. That's going to be 2 players in on the play. That's number 78, Dante Harris, and number 60, Anthony Burks. Get to the runner there.
Yeah, Landon Allhouse takes that in the crossbuck there and just couldn't quite get anywhere. Spartans looking a little rough on this one after those holding penalties.
So 3rd down and 47. 3rd down and 47 is what they're calling this. So it's going to be a ball placed inside the, looks like still around the 15-yard line. But nonetheless, the Spartans are definitely, I would think, going to pass the ball here, if anything.
Yeah, you'd think. And the protection, as long as away from the hold, I guess. Now I'm a little questioning of these holds.
Yeah.
But now we got a timeout here by the Spartans.
Timeout, Spartans. We'll bring it back with you for this 3rd down try here on Wild Country 107.7.
What's one of the worst feelings you can get? The one that hits you in the pit of your stomach. You can't find your keys. I have a solution. Announcing the opening of Athens Automotive Keys at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Dan and Gloria can take care of lost keys, transponder keys and programming, key duplication, and in-house or business locksmith work. And the best part, you can call after hours for emergencies. Athens Automotive Keys is open Monday through Friday, noon until 5:30 p.m. at 1 Euclid Drive, Suite 103 in Athens. Call 740-590-6843.
At Atomic Credit Union, choose how you check. $5 opens your account, and you get your debit card the same day. Online and mobile banking gives you access to your account 24/7 with features like card activation and deactivation, remote deposit capture, pay another member, and bill pay. Visit us at 920 East State Street in Athens or online at atomiccu.com. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Who can you turn to when you need a general contractor? Choose someone with over 30 years of experience, is licensed and insured, and offers free estimates. Choose the professionals at J&K Contracting. They're a full-service commercial and residential contractor. From new builds to remodeling, J&K Contracting has you covered from the ground up. Excavating or concrete, roofing or siding, replacement windows or decks, kitchen and bathroom remodels. One call, they really do it all. Call J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521. That's J&K Contracting, 740-698-3521.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to 3rd quarter action here at Alexander High School. And 3rd down play, looks like it will be Schultz under center. He throws the ball incomplete, and that'll bring a 4th down situation up. And Alexander still leading this one 14-0, 7 minutes and 2 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. But it will be punting formation, and it will be Parker Bolin back to kick for the Spartans.
The one man who can flip this field, though, if you look at the boot he's got. Oh, high snap. And ultimately, they're going to say through the back of the end zone, so safety.
So safety there is a high snap through the end zone. Parker, he tried to get it, but unfortunately, the Spartans, they just couldn't get it going there, and that will be a safety. So 2 points on the board for the Pointers, and then they do get the ball back as well. And on a safety, it is a punt that will be happening to bring back.
Free kick punt is what we're going to have here. And talk about a series that snowballed there for the Spartans there.
I mean, if you didn't think you could go back any further for the Spartans on penalties, to top it all off, your drive ends in a fourth down punt that goes through the end zone for a safety. Certainly not the way the Spartans wanted to come out in the third quarter and take over offensively.
And it's hard, especially a couple of those penalties. You could see how upset the guys were, probably thinking they weren't penalties. So it's hard to get your head out of that.
It is.
Further that series goes on. So ultimately, you got to scratch. You got to come back on defense here, ready to go, and then just keep it going.
It's one of those ones they want back but can't get back, but they will be kicking it now from their own 20-yard line. Let's see if Parker Boland can get the Spartans good field position like they've had here on a few of his kicks previously.
Sending Lash out onto the field. Oh, for kickoff. Lash, a little confused. But it is kickoff formation for the Spartans.
Good kick there. It will be returnable, as it will be number 21, Blaine Freeman, gets a little bit on the outside, takes it up the right side just up to the 50-yard line, and good field position for the Pointers as they take over possession here with 6:53 to go in the third quarter, down 14-2.
Freddie Montgomery did a good job being on that kick coverage as he was starting to get open there on the side.
Spartans look a little limpy coming up here. A little tired looking, hopefully that's not to be seen here, but, kind of looking a little on their heels here for this start of the series. Need to get back into it here as, cramps and pains start taking over in the third quarter, and they'll need a big defensive stop to try to get back this ball here in the third quarter. Still plenty of time left.
And it starts all up front. Those guys have been playing a great game all night. You got to keep leaning on them here as Ermailovich is in the shotgun.
Shotgun handoff to number 41 up the field as he's drugged down. And number 41, that's J.T. Morrison. Stop made there by number 42, Waller. But not before. That was J.T. Morrison picking up a 7-yard gain.
Yeah, they got back to Morrison bumping on just outside the tackle, and it was open for him.
So ball now inside Spartan territory at the 44-yard line of the Spartans. Pointers trying to make work with the offense here. Shotgun formation. Single back off to his right. And handoff again to Morrison. Morrison cuts upfield.
Thing.
And he's got room up the sideline, left-hand side. 10-5, touchdown, South Point.
J.T. Morrison with a big run there.
Untouched into the end zone. I tell you what, haven't called his number all game, but he came out firing with a 7-yard run, and then again,
big old 44-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown run, untouched into the end zone. And I was just saying, Spartans look like a little bit on their heels on defense, and I was hoping that wasn't the case, but they certainly looked a little slower on this third quarter drive, and it came back untouched into the end zone for Morrison on a big 44-yard run, 6 minutes and 1 second. It is 14-8 now as the Pointers will be going for a point after attempt here. So number 32, that's Mason Casey, senior kicker.
Set kick guy, obviously.
That's right.
Spartans coming, though. And they get the block.
Good block there by the Spartans, holding the extra point attempt. Good momentum there. Let's see what the Spartans do as we come back. They get the ball as we come back in the third quarter on Wild Country 107.7.
One of the best tickets in town will always be activities at our local schools. Athletic events, concerts, and plays. you can always count on an enjoyable time. Our children are the future. Let's give them all the encouragement that we can. Go to a game, hear a concert, see a play. First National Bank. Together we grow. Member FDIC. Online at first-national.com.
You got your go-tos, your standbys, even your favorites. But the beefy, cheesy burgers at McDonald's take you back to where it all began. Your Bite Zero, when you first tasted what a burger should be like. 2 perfectly seasoned beef patties stacked with a single slice of melty cheese on a golden bun. Now at McDonald's, get 2 McDouble burgers for $3. Whatever it is to you, classics are classics for a reason. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back after the South Point 44-yard run by J.T. Morrison. South Point set to kick off here. Will be Mason Casey kicking off. And it looks like 2 Spartans in the backfield. Number 10, it's going to be Logan Jenkins, and it looks like Landon Althouse, number 20.
Goes to Jenkins.
Jenkins gets the kick. Runs up the left-hand side. He has a little room blocking the... It's going to be knocked out of bounds.
Oh, close.
Call that out at the 35-yard line.
He certainly was out of bounds in the air, and now we're throwing the flag, and I'm not totally sure why, as he wasn't technically touched while being out of bounds.
So it's going to be a flag there. Looks like it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct as the 2 officials are talking, and that's going to go against the Spartans.
They're talking about Landon Althouse there.
So unsportsmanlike.
I missed that one a little bit as I was watching Jenkins through the air. I'm not sure if he laid just a bit of a late block or he was talking too much. I'm not sure what it was.
Very well could have been. The official was right there to mark the ball, and the sideline judge was the one to throw the flag, and he was pretty quick to do so. As the officials are at this point in the game, you know, you get a couple of unsportsmanlike conduct penalties.
They're going to start getting tight with it.
It's going to be, you know, no nonsense as the official was there. So it brings the ball back as the Spartans had a decent return out to around the 35. Now it's going to bring them back to
26,
right around the 21-yard line.
21. Whew. I can't do math.
Here to talk before the game, Spartans field looks great.
It does look good tonight.
The field team did a great job getting the field nice and cut. Looks good, but it is a little hard to see with glare of the lights, you know, trying to see where the numbers are.
Larry Bean, you did too good a job.
That's right. What are you doing, Larry? You did a great job. So the Spartans take over here as Landon Hornsby has it on the outside up the field, and he has got a first down plus more. Big run as he's pumped up for that run. That is about a 13-yard gain there. Landon Hornsby says, "Feed me."
Landon Hornsby with a great run on that one as he saw his hole on the outside, and he was able to take care of it pretty easily.
They're going to give him 16 yards on that. I do apologize. So 16-yard gain. Good run there by Hornsby, picking up the yards from that penalty. Spartans have it at their own 37-yard line now. First down and 10, 5:42 left in the third quarter. Spartans up 14-8. Schultz under center, and we have a out Alexander here again. So we will take it with them here on Wild Country 107.7.
You got your go-tos, your standbys, even your favorites. But the beefy, cheesy burgers at McDonald's take you back to where it all began. Your Bite Zero, when you first tasted what a burger should be like. 2 perfectly seasoned beef patties stacked with a single slice of melty cheese on a golden bun. Now at McDonald's, get 2 McDouble burgers for $3. Whatever it is to you, classics are classics for a reason. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
You don't think it'll happen to you twice. First, it was a fire. My agent was right there and helped me rebuild. Then the tornado destroyed everything again. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there. Auto Owners Insurance.
McFadden Insurance, 740-753-1905, or visit mcfadden-insurance.com.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to Alexander High School here. Spartans up 14-8 here in the third quarter. 5 minutes, 35 seconds left in the third quarter. They have possession on the 37-yard line. And Schultz under center here.
We got the crossbuck formation.
Got that old wishbone Trimble set there. And it is a handoff to Jenkins.
Looked like a lot of people were confused there, but Jenkins tried to make something of it. Ends up getting tackled for a loss.
So nothing doing there as Logan Jenkins wrapped up in the backfield. And he'll lose a yard. The Pointers sniffed that out pretty easy.
It was from the jump there. Is, with that crossbuck, if you want all your lead blockers, there's a lot of motion moving in front of you as a quarterback for Jordan Schultz there. He almost looked like he stuck it to the wrong guy. Then his handoffs I've noticed tonight, and whether that's something that's on his running backs or on him, they've all been kind of reached for instead of putting it in that breadbasket.
Yeah.
So it's not quite right. The timing is just a little off. And also for the first time I see tonight, we do have Michael Lash on the offensive side of the ball. I like him wide side of the field here.
So Schultz hands it off. Jenkins speedy upfield. Gets back those yards. First down and more as he gets across the 50-yard line.
It was a great job by Jenkins and great job to drive forward as he fell. He did a wonderful job getting an extra couple, probably 3-4 yards.
Logan Jenkins, 14-yard run there. As Jenkins just able to kind of sneak out there and picked up the big gain. Gives the Spartans field position here as they break into the Pointer territory. On the 48-yard line now, Alexander has it.
I still like Lash out here against Pegram. Pegram, he's been losing the ball all night. So I think if you can exploit this, first they're going to pitch it to the outside to Hornsby, though. Great cut back up inside.
Hornsby takes a big carry there. And he is ready and rolling here as he picks up big yardage there, 9 yards more.
Looks like he just needed a breather, stretched out a little bit, and he is ready to go.
So they'll give him 8 yards. I do apologize. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 40-yard line. Alexander's running game is working currently.
They found that slot on the outside. They were able to find whatever block they needed to kind of seal off those ends, and it's been working.
So Schultz goes back to Coach Koska, gets the play. And huddles up here trying to find something inside.
But he's going to tell him to do the same thing, just flip it back the other way. Because that's the thing with this crossbuck. It gives you so many options.
So Spartans lined up, same formation again. And the handoff this time goes to Jenkins again as he wiggles his way forward for another 3 or 4 yards, picking up the first down.
Wonderful job by Jenkins, just finding a hole in there.
Jimmy Wallace, new PA announcer, gives us the first down, Spartans.
Gotta love it.
Ball on the 36. Shout out to Teresa Kirkendall, who put in many years here at the Alexander Spartans field. Hope she's listening or tuning in somewhere, as she did a great job for the Spartans, and she did the old TGIF NF. Thank God it's Friday night football.
I know. We were a little late to hear if Jimmy did anything like that, but that's all right.
It's okay.
That belongs to Teresa.
Teresa did a great job.
Schultz finally looking to pass, looking at Lash there.
And it will be incomplete as it hits just in front of Pegram. Almost picked off there. Malik Pegram was in good position.
Yeah, ooh.
Threw the ball there. Official wasn't quite ready for it.
Official just lost it in the lights is what it was. He had it, and he was just like, ah.
Maybe not.
No, but that one finally looked to Lash, but he looked to him on the slant, which that's okay. Lash has got the speed, but I think Lash is that guy that you need to use his height and his speed on the outside. He should be your go route kind of guy.
Lash being that bigger receiver, and the ball was just thrown too low. You know, guy that's a little smaller may be able to catch that ball, but Lash, tall kid, and you can't really throw the ball that low if you're going to throw to somebody with size like that. So Schultz lines up again now. It's going to be a power I formation. And handoff to Hornsby. Hornsby trying to find something up the middle. And nothing doing as he's knocked back. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, but nonetheless, just pocket collapse there.
That was a tough one there for Hornsby. You could see it developing. Waller was his lead back there in that power I. He went for the kick-out block on number 41 and just wasn't really there.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 10. The Spartans here, 2:25 left in the third quarter. Ball on the 36-yard line of South Point. Big third down situation here if the Spartans want to continue this drive. Huddle is in, and Schultz is talking to Coach Koska on the sidelines here.
I do like that they've moved to giving the play on the field. There's something about that I'm not sure if it's quite legal that he was getting the play coming off the field to get the play.
Yeah. It takes, they're running shot clock.
Exactly.
The game clock,
The game clock is the play clock. That's why they had to pitch that quick. And Hornsby in the pitch gets absolutely nowhere, loses a yard even.
So quick pitch there to Hornsby, like you said. Loses the yard, 4th down, and it's going to be 11 to go. That is going to put the ball, looks like, at the 37-yard line, if I'm correct on that. But if you do here, if you're the Spartans here, do you go ahead and do a little coffin corner kick here? I mean, I trust Parker Bolin.
I trust Parker Bolin,
but I see Jordan Schultz coming out.
Yeah. I don't hate the idea. You can get 10 yards. They've done it multiple different times here on runs and on passes. But you got to think Parker Bolin, he's got a boot on him. He's probably just going to go ahead and put it through the end zone. So I'd say take your chances here. Worst you can do is give it to them, 10 yards more than what they would have had.
Yeah, trips receivers on the right-hand side. One single setback. Jordan Schultz gets sacked in the backfield. Oh, my. Gets ate up by Dante Harris, number 78 for South Point.
And number 60 out there as well, Anthony Burks. He came off that end, and he was all sorts of in his face.
My goodness. No time.
I said you couldn't do much worse, and then they lost 10 more yards than what I was expecting.
So the South Point Pointers take over here, 41-yard line of their own. But nonetheless, they came out. Good defensive stronghold, and will take over here on offense with 54 seconds left in the third period of play. But they're down 14-8. That's less than a touchdown. If we come in, Spartans are going to have to hold here. Shotgun formation, rolls to the outside, tries to find a receiver downfield, and it is chopped around in and out of the hands of number 7.
Not bad.
Malik Pegram.
Pegram finally found the ball a little bit there. He brought it into the basket, but Michael Lash, even though he wasn't looking, he got there late enough that just sticking his hand in the way was perfect.
Gets a big pat on the back there from one of the coaching staffs as Lash stayed with it.
That was tough, though. Ermailovich looked like he could get at least the first down on his feet, but he wanted more, had more.
He had the open man downfield, and it was tipped around for about 7 yards before it actually hit the ground.
Quick pass.
Little screen quick pass, and it will be caught.
Ooh, caught. I don't think so. I thought I saw a bounce.
They're going to make that a 1-yard gain.
Okay. Maybe on line.
Braden Henshaw, the kicker, goes ahead and catches that one.
You got multi-purpose players here in Southeastern Ohio.
So
they do everything.
Freshman kicker for South Point makes a 1-yard catch. Little drop option, and Spartans read that well. 3rd and 9. Ball on the own 42-yard line of South Point. As they run a little slower, they have been kind of doing a no-huddle thing, but they called the huddle there, get the play set. Trips wide receivers off to the right. Shotgun formation, single back set next to the quarterback. And it looks like we will have a time here.
We're going to give official. They're going to.
So an official timeout. They're going to call it.
We finally made it.
So I thought they were going to extend that third quarter, but nonetheless, it is going to be 14-8 Spartans here as we get in the fourth quarter. We'll come back here on Wild Country 107.7.
They're kicking off a new year at Tri-County Career Center, where students choose what they want to learn, earn industry credentials, make connections, and build better communities for everyone. On top of the 23 high school programs are many in-demand adult programs such as medical assisting and welding to help you level up your career no matter when you graduated. Get started today by calling 800-637-6508 or checking on the web at tricountyhightech.com. Tri-County Career Center wishes both teams good luck in tonight's game.
Is pain from an injury interrupting your life's game plan? With comprehensive and minimally invasive surgical services available at multiple locations and an affiliation with Marshall Orthopedics, Holzer has the team to keep you off the sideline. With Holzer on your team, you'll be in the game for the moments that matter most. Holzer Health System. Excellent care every time.
the game of the week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your game of the week here on Wild Country 107.7. Justin Goldsberry and Isaiah Lyle on the call as the Alexander Spartans lead South Point Pointers 14-8 as Ermailovich drops back, drops a little screen pass to number 5, McAllister, and he makes a big play out there, gets about 12 yards or so, and a first down for the Pointers.
You got it right up to there.
Start of the fourth quarter here starts off well for the Pointers. They now have a first down on the plus 45-yard line here, and just 9 seconds running off the clock so far. Spartans with a couple good touchdowns there in the second quarter, but the third quarter was all Pointers as they scored 8 with a safety and a touchdown of their own.
Yeah, this game is still anyone's business here as they have shots at it.
Ermailovich shotgun, hands it off to number 41, that is Morrison, and he picks up a nice 5-yard gain.
Morrison, that speedy back we didn't see at all in the first half, comes out here in the second half, gets a nice 44-year-old touchdown run, untouched in the end zone, second play of the game of the half, as they went in for the touchdown, tied it, or have 8 points now.
Yeah, they're running that unbalanced line like they have been all game, and it's really starting to wear on those ends. They're seal blocks. They're just not being able to fight through number 13, the tight end, his seal block. Option there for Ermailovich. He cuts back full all the way across the field and gets a nice gain, up about 20 yards or so. Cuts all the way across the field, which was rather impressive, but he saw the open grass.
Thought about the pitch and then kept it the other way. Made a turn upfield, cut, and big yardage upfield. Ermailovich.
That's option football for you. 10:50 now on your fourth quarter clock here as the clock just now starts. First and 10 for the Pointers on the plus 21 there. Spartans 21. And they're driving. Spartans have got to stiffen up just a little bit here as they get closer to that red zone.
Another Spartan down on the sidelines here, trying to get attention. It looks like Landon Hornsby cramping up again. He had some early second-hand cramps.
Ermailovich with the shotgun. A nice little dump out on the out to Pegram, but a big play there as it looked like, I cannot quite tell. Number 20, Landon Allhouse, comes from his free safety position and puts him down right there. Only a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, all the way
over. A yard
over.
Gain even.
That was a big stop there by Allhouse. He made some big field position coverage there as he was able to come over and stop that. Could have been a touchdown play.
Ermailovich shotgun once again. He's got, looks like number 21 off to his left. 2 receivers to the left. Hands to number 21, and he goes absolutely nowhere. As Jackson Jordan, he's been on the call a couple times tonight for a few different reasons, but that time he did a great job really fighting through the block and being the first man that Blaine Freeman meets.
Yeah, big stop there by the Spartans, and that's what's needing to happen here right now. Here in the fourth quarter, as the Spartans do not want to give up a touchdown here late in this game. It's certainly anybody's ball game still, so Alexander needs to buck up here, really stay with it, and stay strong here in this last little bit.
Same formation. This time he brings his wing across, so he's got trips, and he rolls out, Ermailovich does. Doesn't think about it, but he has Pegram wide open on the middle, about 10-yard out there. Goes out of bounds as he's ushered by Brody Montgomery. Ermailovich didn't quite know what he was doing there as he had pressure in his face, but he saw Pegram run into the open field and was able to put it on him.
It's one of those plays where it just looks slow motion the entire way through. Found Pegram all of a sudden and picked up good yardage there. It's going to be fourth down, though. Fourth down and about 2.
This time they go Wildcat quarterback number 7 in there. That is Malik Pegram. He goes nowhere.
Nowhere. That's going to be Spartan football.
That was a great job. They tried to go no huddle, put Pegram in there at the quarterback position. Couldn't do anything with it. And Spartans take over on downs.
That was hard-nosed football, Isaiah. Spartans won the battle there on the scrum and take over on downs. Big time play for the Alexander Spartans defense.
it looked like they were ready for the quick play far more than the Pointers were.
So Alexander, yes, like we said, takes over on possession. Not great field position as they have it at their own 15-yard line taking over here.
This is the deepest they've started in a long time, but they've shown that they can make some moves out of here, too. The running game did start to pick up, even though it died at the end of that possession earlier. We'll have to see what they do here, what they open up with.
Certainly want to not have what happened your last time out at this point in the field where you were, had a safety over the punter's head. So, want to try to get out of this red zone area, trying to make something happen.
Schultz under center, pitches to Jenkins in that crossbuck as he cuts back. We've got a hold out here of what it's going to be ultimately, as it looks like Braden Tuttle and one of the Pointers. They were just wrapped up.
So there is a flag, yes, like you said, and it will be a hold on Tuttle. Tuttle not happy, thinking he's getting his face mask grabbed, and nonetheless, another holding call for the Spartans.
Landon Hornsby still getting stretched out, so your backfield does consist of Andrew Wheeler as well as, Landon Althouse and Waller. Brody Montgomery coming onto the field.
Hornsby struggled with cramps this whole second half, on and off. He's made some really big runs, but on a hot night like this, it's certainly not that he's in the condition, because I know he is, but, it's just that night where, hydration is key. And unfortunately, it's just one of those nights that cramps are going to happen.
South Point takes a timeout on the field. We will take it with them here on your Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Frog Ranch All-Natural Salsa has been making wholesome, high-quality, great-tasting all-natural salsa for 27 years. You can find Frog Ranch All-Natural Salsa at your favorite local grocery or convenience store or at frogranch.com. Try all 4 delicious flavors: mild, medium, hot, and Chipotle. Frog Ranch All-Natural Salsa. And as their moral says, don't quit until the miracle happens.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block, located in the old Morrison School Building, 507 Richland Avenue. Call 740-589-5403.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. Dustin Goldsberry and Isaiah Lyle in Albany as Alexander is hosting South Point. Schultz takes it under center. He throws down for Colton Ashcraft. Couldn't quite get it as he had him there on the sidelines. Threw it to the back shoulder, too. Perfectly placed away from Morrison. Just couldn't quite haul it in.
Backside shoulder pass. Ashcraft had it there, but like you said, just didn't bring it in. And, I'm sure he's wanting that one back for sure. But greatly placed ball by Schultz again. As, I'm just super impressed with his throwing ability as a sophomore quarterback.
Don't think you're going to have a problem with him throwing ability. It's kind of going to be, do they catch it, or is it really right in the pocket?
Exactly.
8:46 left in your ball game here. Alexander leads 14-8 as 2nd and 16. Ball on their own 9 currently.
Penalties of holding have killed the Spartans thus far this game, yet alone this half. They are, trying to overcome that for sure.
High formation, Schultz under center. He turns back, hands it on a kind of a comeback to, I do believe that is Waller, who gets a couple yards, but then that is Landon Althouse, and then bounced. Ultimately, I think they give him a yard, maybe a loss even.
So it looks like if maybe just a loss of a half yard or so, but a big third down situation now as it's 3rd and 16.
Spartans looking. They had, that's the thing, they had Ashcraft down this skinny side here near the home stands. They just couldn't quite put it in, couldn't quite get the catch.
I certainly like the play call, though.
Yeah, it's something they could easily get back to here. Is I think they've got the speed and receiving ability over these corners here for South Point. Schultz under center. Nobody in the backfield. Oh, he goes on his own. Sees the split up the middle. And he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard plus as well, but they're going to send out the punting. Oh, he makes a great play. Gets up to about what would have been 4th and 5, but they're going to go ahead and send the punt unit out.
Yeah, good time to punt the ball. You're up by 6 points. Go ahead and punt the ball. It's 4th and 5, but it's at the 20-yard line, and you certainly don't want to give up any more field position than you have to here. And the way that Parker Boland's been kicking the ball, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean,
he will flip the field.
Their return man is all the way back to the 35-yard line of the other field here.
Unfortunately, the ball did skip to Boland, but he was still able to put it down and rolls it right to where the returner was standing originally.
Ball's going to be placed at the 34-yard line of South Point, so they have a little ways to go here. 7 minutes and 32 seconds left in the game. Every possession becomes super important at this time, especially if you're South Point. It's do or die time here, getting up close.
Yeah, especially if they're going to kind of running the ball the way they were in that previous possession. That time's going to keep ticking. So unless they're getting first downs every time, it's going to quickly dwindle on them here.
So let's see how much more everybody's got in the tank here. It's been certainly a hot contest. Cramping has been an issue for both teams a little bit, but more so on the Spartan side.
Elizabeth Belleville, senior. Kayla Layton, senior. Caitlin Sheridan.
They're going to mark this ball off. Not sure what's going on here, but was there a penalty possibly that happened
we must have missed
at the end of the play that we didn't see?
There have been a lot of dead ball penalties, so I wouldn't be surprised.
Because what was at the 34-yard line is now at the 46-yard line, still at the South Point yard. But
Malovich in the shotgun, this time with two people flanking him. He gives it to Morrison on the outside. Got through the first tackle and the second, jumps up for about a 4-yard gain ultimately.
So picking him up about 4 yards, and it looks like number 66 for South Point, that's going to be Luke Bird, comes up limping a little bit.
Looks like he's starting to cramp now too, keeping that leg nice and straight as he's walking back to the huddle. The cramps are hitting late here. We be early in the middle of the big heat, but starting to hit everybody later.
We just hit under 7 minutes here with the game clock, and still up 14-8. Need to make a big stop here on defense.
Malovich back in the shotgun. Everybody to his left. Gives it to Freeman going to the right side. He cuts up a big run there, breaks through a few tackles. And he gets all the way down to about the 21-yard line of the Spartans there.
Blaine Freeman picks up big yardage there and puts South Point in really good field position.
Spartan defense, they're just on the edges. They're just getting beat up a little bit here as the game has gone on, and the South Point Pointers really starting to take advantage of it.
All the way down to the 22-yard line for South Point here as they've almost got the ball in the red zone.
Malovich once again in the shotgun. I don't think he's been under center all night as he gives it to Freeman once again. Shorter gain here, but still a nice one, about 4 yards.
As they keep chipping away, that clock does as well, Isaiah, as we keep moving here. And what seems like a very long contest so far. I mean, this game full of penalties, a lot of clock stoppages, extra water breaks, and players need them. But my goodness, this game has been a long one here so far.
And one thing the Spartans do like, as much as they need to work on not having big runs, keep it on the ground. That's what they want the Pointers to do. Let this clock run. Try to conserve the lead the best they can. Armelovich pulls it himself, and he gets tripped up. He gets just a couple yards there, tripped up on the edge. Looked like Connor Moore got him. Then Landon Althouse finishes alongside. Can't quite see a number over there.
It's on that far side of the field, but two Spartans do bring him down. Like you said, that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Ball is at the 18-yard line.
5:22 and counting here on the game clock in your 4th quarter. 3rd down and 5. Ball on the 16 is what the Pointers are looking at here. as Ermailovich stands in his location. He has Morrison off to his left, as well as his two receivers, his wing to his right. Oh, and the Spartans come across.
And that's going to be encroachment on the Spartans.
That'll be
outside.
a first down.
First down, you're correct, Isaiah. They had 5 to go, and if they mark it off, it's certainly going to be a first down here.
Dead ball foul. Offside on the Spartans.
And they do mark it as a first down here.
Braden Tuttle comes off. Adam Eblin, number 73, comes into the game.
That hard count has gotten Alexander to jump
multiple
3 or 4 times now.
And they've had great blitzes set up for it, too. That's been the hard part. They just haven't quite been able to do it because they've been going too early.
So nonetheless, South Point takes over first down now.
2 backs in the backfield with Ermailovich, plus 2 out to his right. A lot of options here. And we've got false start, possibly. I'm not sure if everybody was quite set.
Another flag here, and now we mark it back 5 yards.
I think we made it 2 minutes of running clock, though, before we had a penalty.
Well, that's good.
I know.
You know? So it does take South Point back to where they were prior to on the third down, but it's now first and 15.
First and 15 on the 17 is where they've got it now. 14-8, Alexander, 4:52 and counting down left in the ball game here. Ermailovich, same formation as what he had, hands it off to, it looks like Morrison. Morrison bounces it to the outside, but he's he was almost taken down by Waller, but his friends come in and help him out there as number 10, Logan Jenkins and Landon Aldhouse finish it up.
So it picks up about 7 yards there, 6-7 yard gain. So second down and 8 total here.
Long way to go still for the Pointers. Spartans just trying to stand up straight here. They can make them just run the clock off, try to start taking timeouts.
Yeah.
That's a win here.
And clock's still running here as we approach just under 4 minutes coming up. Second down.
Ermailovich has got 2 out wide to his right. He's got Freeman there to his right as well. Wing to the left in the hard count, but the Spartans are able to get back. Gives it to Freeman, but he goes he goes a couple yards as he's able to fight through Braden Tuttle, just holding on to that undershirt. I mean, there's a hole in it now for sure on Blake Freeman.
Yeah, it drugged the ground, and he was standing up.
He sure was. But the Spartans able to take it. Only a couple yard gain there. It's now 3rd and 8 for the Pointers.
So the clock's still running here. 3 minutes and 22 seconds left. Clock running. Big third down play here. It's going to be a two play. If they don't get this, they're definitely going for it. No question asked.
Ermailovich with 2 in the backfield this time. Gives it to Freeman. I'm not sure if he made it. Doesn't look like he quite did, just about a yard short, but they're going to go for it. You are right.
So 4th down, and they're going to give him a long. So either a short 2 or a long 1. Regardless, 4th down here, and this could be the ball game here as we're under 2 minutes, or under 3 minutes now.
With running clock, I bet you this is going to be your ball game.
And I hear the Spartan faithful stomping on the bleachers here as it gets louder and louder as we go. If you've got anything left, Alexander, this is the time to use it right here.
Ermailovich comes to the line in shotgun. He's got Freeman to his left, 2 receivers to his left, wing to his right. He's going to take it up. Almost intercepted, but nonetheless, turnover on downs for the Spartans. They now take over. I do believe there are still 2 timeouts that the Pointers have in case something goes awry here for the Spartans. They have now got the ball deep in their own territory with the lead.
Ball is on the 4-yard line, Isaiah. Anything can happen here, but, I mean, best case scenario for the Spartans there. Get the turnover on downs. They're up 14-8, 2:14 to go. And this is make or break time. 1 first down ought to do it, but like you said, 2 timeouts to go, and South Point's going to be using them quickly.
Exactly. So you got to make yardage. You got to force them to not take that timeout. You go get a first down, have that clock stop, make them think. Then you can reload, run another good play. Then they start pulling the timeout. By that point, we'll be under 2 minutes.
Thank you, folks.
So Spartans set back up here to take the snap here.
Come to the line in the power eye. Schultz under center. Looks like Waller and Hornsby behind him. They try their own hard count. Gets him off a little bit. There's Hornsby going up the middle. He gets just about a yard or so, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. And that is going to be a timeout by the Pointers. We'll go ahead and take it with them here on Wild Country 107.7.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block, located in the old Morrison School Building, 507 Richland Avenue. Call 740-589-5403. When it comes to high school sports, the place to be before or after the big game is Little Italy Pizza. Visit their 3 locations, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Strangesville. The dough at Little Italy is made fresh daily with 3 crusts to choose from, thin, hand-tossed, and pan, with all the toppings a pizza lover craves. Or try one of their specialty pizzas. Little Italy Pizza also features mouth-watering subs, sandwiches, salads, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week, Gloucester, Nelsonville, and New Strangesville. Little Italy Pizza. Locally owned and operated.
The Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7.
Welcome back to your Game of the Week here on Wild Country 107.7. Dustin Goldsberry, Isaiah Lyle in Albany as the Alexander Spartans lead the South Point Pointers 14-8. 2:08 on the clock. Schultz under center. He hands it to Hornsby. Hornsby got a little ways to run there. And he gets out to about, looks like the 11 to 12-yard line. Call it the 13. He'll be a yard short of the first down as the Spartans really just trying to push for that 1 first down, and they'll be all right.
3rd down and 1 here as Spartans landed Hornsby.
They are going to go ahead and give him the first down, so clock will stop.
Good first down there by the Spartans.
Well, clock should stop. Clock is not stopped, so that may be a bit of an issue. But nobody seems to notice. They finally stop it at 1:33. You had about 20 seconds run off that clock.
Yeah,
I'm not going to lie.
They sure did. And I think the officials are wondering, too, a little bit, but nonetheless.
Then they went ahead and blew it and let it go. So we are now at 1:23 and counting down. Spartans have a first down here. Back into that power I formation. He's got one man out wide. They got the hard count, or no hard count, just a knee.
So they'll take the knee on the first down, and that's going to do it for this ball game. The Pointers aren't going to take another timeout. They may have not had one.
They don't, but Koska also not very happy, as I'm not sure he knew exactly what his quarterback was thinking. But But it is 2nd and 11. We are now under a minute. The Spartans leading 14-8 here on their home opener. As Schultz runs back to the huddle to give the play, I'm assuming at this point it is now victory formation proper, or maybe just the power I. But they're going to do their best here.
Spartans fought hard. This young team came together in the end, backs to the wall in the second half. And like you said, victory formation now as Schultz lines up. And he does take the knee. And that's going to do it here at Alexander Spartan Stadium, Isaiah.
Exactly. That is the final score for you. 14-8. The Alexander Spartans win the home opener over South Point. We'll be right back with your postgame show here on Wild Country 107.7.
You got your go-tos, your standbys, even your favorites. But the beefy, cheesy burgers at McDonald's take you back to where it all began. Your Bite Zero, when you first tasted what a burger should be like. 2 perfectly seasoned beef patties stacked with a single slice of melty cheese on a golden bun. Now at McDonald's, get 2 McDouble burgers for $3. Whatever it is to you, classics are classics for a reason. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
H&R Block has many options to make filing your taxes easy. Our tax pros can help you get your max refund with or without the office visit. Drop in, drop off, Or a tax pro can even do your taxes virtually. Send some pics from your phone without leaving home. Just another way Block has your back.
All tax situations are different. Not everyone gets a refund.
H&R Block, located in the old Morrison School Building, 507 Richland Avenue. Call 740-589-5403.
You're listening to the High School Game of the Week on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.
Welcome back to the post-game show here, sponsored by Texas Roadhouse. And we have Texas Roadhouse player of the game tonight. But before we get into that there, Isaiah, let's break down tonight and how it happened with the Spartans win tonight. Big win at home for Alexander Spartans.
Yeah, great to have an opening or home opener win here, 14-8 over South Point. The Spartans played a great second quarter and fourth quarter.
Yeah.
The first and third were a little rough. It seems like their start was kind of hard.
A little shaky.
But aside from that, once they found a rhythm, they were really into it.
And it felt that way, first half. It felt like they had their backs to the wall in that first quarter, like you said. Really couldn't get anything going on offense. Second quarter, come out a new team, make some big plays through the air, get up 14-0 at halftime. Third quarter, come out, and they looked, again, tired on their heels. They just looked a little, frazzled, if you'll say that. But, they gave up a quick 8 points, a safety and a touchdown. And you wondered for a second, are they going to give this thing away? Came back in the fourth quarter as a team and really fought to it. Didn't score anymore in the second half, but, really held off the South Point Pointers from coming back and taking this victory home with them.
Yeah, did a great job there. And it was led by their quarterback, Jordan Scholes.
Exactly.
He was doing a great job out there, just a sophomore, but you could really see his arm talent, and it showed, obviously, in the 2 touchdowns.
Comes on and off the field, gets the play off the field, goes on the field every single play of the game. He's got to be tired from doing that in this heat. But really, a standout performance tonight from that young man. On both sides of the ball, he played a great linebacker position as well. Made a few good tackles, in their really big team effort. But a standout performance from Jordan Schultz. And, that's going to lead it to him being our Texas Roadhouse player of the game.
Yeah, Scholes gets the Texas Roadhouse player of the game, and the boys are running back across the field. They got to get the alma mater going.
That's right.
Of course, as you win at home, it's a good one. But just to talk about it a little bit more, South Point came out quick in that second half. They came out, put up 8 points. You were a little worried that if the Spartans were even going to be able to kind of keep up for the rest of the game. But they had a couple big defensive stops, a couple big defensive plays, and they were able to keep the momentum in their favor ultimately and just wind down that clock there at the end of the fourth.
Taking up that 14-8 victory, and that's going to be big coming into these next weeks here as the Spartans start into TVC play coming in here soon. So this is a big win tonight at home, and I know that Coach Koska, congratulations on him being the head coach. First win.
Exactly. First
as
win
head
for
coach.
Coach Koska. Congratulations.
Congrats, Danny Koska, to you there and your coaching staff. Looks like you put together, what you've got, a young team, and they made a lot of penalties. Don't get me wrong, but that can always be worked on in practice next week.
Exactly.
And you come away with a victory. So the penalties tonight didn't affect the game in total because they came out with that W, which is what you want. So nonetheless, that's pretty much what we had for all in all.
Yeah, it wasn't a whole lot going on in this game aside from some flatness and some great plays by the Spartans.
Yeah, and, take away from anything tonight, a victory for Alexander tonight, and they'll go home tonight winners of this contest. Alexander over South Point, 14-8. I do apologize. And that's going to do it for me, Dustin Goldsberry, and for you, Isaiah Lyle. You'll be back next week at Federal Hocking.
Federal Hocking will be taking on Miller at home. I'll be excited to be at that game.
Should be a fun one, and be looking forward to us as well. Joe and Andy have a game as well, over on the other station. So Wild World Sports, tune in Wednesday. The guys will recap everything with you from the sports that happened tonight and the sports that are happening in the NFL, college football, everything all around. They do a great job on Wednesday nights. Love listening to Joe, Andy, and Isaiah on Wednesday night, Wild World Sports. For me, for Isaiah, for Colin Williams back at the studio keeping us on, this has been the Wild Country Game of the Week. We'll see you next time. Stay safe. This is Wild Country 107.7.
Tonight's high school football game on Wild Country 107.7. was brought to you by McFadden Insurance, Holzer Health System, your local McDonald's, H&R Block, Athens Automotive Keys, Tri-County Career Center, First National Bank, Little Italy Pizza, Nelsonville, Gloucester, New Straitsville, J&K Contracting, Frog Ranch Salsa, Atomic Credit Union, and Athens Insurance Services. Join us again next time for more exciting high school football action on Wild Country 107.7 WSEO Nelsonville.